Hey everybody, this is Matt. That's right, Matt is back for the second or third time. I don't know how many times I've gone away, but I'm back. Maybe for the time being. I don't know if I'm gonna go away again, but for those of you who have been following my channel, who have been subscribed to me, I highly appreciate your love. I appreciate your the energy that you've given to me while I've been away. If you see my community posts, I've been hinting at my triumphant return, right? I mentioned that part of the reason that I left in the first place this time was that Yu-Gi-Oh was just getting way too degenerate. However, over the past year, right, a lot of the stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh, in the TCG, especially, but also a little bit on Master Duel has been fixed, right? Have been addressed. A lot of the degeneracy is gone. Baron de Fleur is gone. Borreload Savage of Dragon is gone. Appaloosa gone, right? Lightning Storm to 2, right? What else? Bunch of stuff. Phantom Yubel to 1, right? Original Sinful Spoils finally gone. Snake Eyes cards to 1. What else? We have what is it? Tenpai. Tenpai is reigning supreme in Master Duel. It's allegedly the best deck, but of course, in a best of one format, it's going to appear that way. But against Labrynth, it's the worst deck. So this is actually the best time to play Labrynth. Not only is in the Master Duel meta, we have the best deck being Tenpai, a deck that Labrynth can easily just demolish, right? But we also have just a bunch of hits to the other decks, right? Where we have, I think Snake Eyes, Fire King is the other best deck, right? I think Poplar, Ash that 1. I don't know if Udia Bellstar or Wanted are limited. I don't know. But point is, they are slowly hitting these things, right? They brought back the Dragoon, which is cool for Dark Magician. I'm not playing Dark Magician, though, because, it's still... Bringing back Dragoon, even with Anaconda Legal, is not enough to make that deck great. I mean, you can definitely climb with it. It's just going to be painful, right? Plus, we have the introduction of Simultaneous Equation Cannons. Yeah, this is the card that ever since I first heard about it, I'm like, bro, like this one card might single-handedly bring me back to Yu-Gi-Oh, right? The irony of it is at the moment, in the TCG, Simultaneous Equation Cannons is not actually meta relevant because the top 2 decks are Ryzeal and Malice, and neither of those 2 decks use high-level monsters, right? So, okay, Simultaneous Equation Cannons is good for hitting any decks that typically summon high-level monsters. High-level monsters are level 6 to about 10, right? So between level 6 and 10, you can resolve the card consistently almost every time. Now you can resolve it against level 4s and level 5s, and I have resolved it against level 4s, not level 5s, before. Level 4 monsters is definitely the hardest one. Level 3 is like impossible, right? Level 4 doable, but very situational. You kind of have to be in like a grand game state, right? Yeah, and since Ryzeal uses mostly level 4 monsters, right? The only high level monsters that Ryzeal might use, Triff, the GOAT Triff, recently won the YCS with with Ryzeal Fiendsmith, right? And the Fiendsmith engine uses the level 6 Engraver, which is hittable by Equation Cannons, and it also has Desiree, which is a level 9. So technically, any deck that runs a Fiendsmith package, you can Equation Cannons, but not every Ryzeal is playing Fiendsmith, although maybe now that Triff has won a YCS playing Fiendsmith and Ryzeal, maybe all Ryzeals will begin to run Fiendsmith. I don't know, but until that happens, I'm going to assume that Ryzeals you're not going to be able to consistently resolve Equation Cannons, right? And then Malice also uses a bunch of small level monsters that become link monsters, so you can't use Equation Cannons there. So in the TCG, at the moment, it's not a good format for Equation Cannons, even though, yeah, Fire King Equation Cannons is great against Fire Kings. You can definitely hit there, Yubel as well. But after the new ban list in the TCG, who knows if Yubel or Fire Kings will even be that relevant anymore, right? It might just be Ryzeal Malice. Although when we hit the Blue Eyes format next February, I think, when the Blue Eyes structure deck comes out. By the way, I'm excited for that as well. I've been buying up Blue Eyes cards in the TCG. That actually looks like a fun deck, right? But anyway, yeah, the Blue Eyes deck will definitely be hittable by Equation Cannons. So maybe we go back to Equation Cannons in the TCG. But what I can't say now is that in Master Duel, Equation Cannons just came out with the latest set when Dragoon came back. It's fucking live. It's at a 3, right? It's not banned or anything. I immediately bought, constructed, and I built a new Labrynth deck, and I will be showcasing it. How you play Equation Cannons. Because this card is one of the best cards in the game ever, like best trap cards. It is Witch's Strike levels of holy shit. This is a satisfying card to resolve, right? Remember back when everyone was playing Adventure, right? During the Adventure format in Master Duel, I had those Adventures of videos and even like those shorts where I would just hit people with Witch's Strike, and it would just be the most satisfying thing ever. All right, so maybe it's not okay. So Witch's Strike is a little different level of satisfaction, right? Because unfortunately, even Witch's Strike nowadays is not even that good because there's a lot of monsters and effects that have destruction floating effects, right? So let's say you Witch's Strike a Snake Eyes player, or you Witch's Strike a Yubel's player, or you Witch's Strike a what's it called, a Fire King player, right? All their monsters are all their cards have floating effects in the graveyard. They're just gonna be able to regenerate. So it's not an instant win like it was back in the Adventure format. And also, there's a lot fewer Omni Negates nowadays. I mean, of course, technically, most of the negates that are put up nowadays are monster negates, like Phantom Yubel, Appaloosa, right? Unfortunately, Appaloosa, Barone, Savage Dragon have not been banned in Master Duel, although they should. But there are fewer Omni Negates. But to be fair, the rank 10 monster, Varudros or whatever it's called, that Yubel uses is not even out yet. So technically you can Witch's Strike against that. But Tenpai, you can't really Witch's Strike, right? Doesn't matter. In the current format, top 3 decks, we have Tenpai, we have Fire King Snake Eye, and we have Yubel. And Simultaneous Equation Cannons can hit all 3 of these decks very easily. It can also hit Ritual Beast. I think that's another popular deck, right, in the format. It can also hit Labrynth Mirror matchups. Oh, like Labrynth Mirror matchup is like whoever resolves the Equation Cannons first wins. It's just like Eradicator Virus. It's like you resolve Eradicator Virus against a Labrynth Mirror and a Labrynth Mirror, you just win the game instantly. You resolve Equation Cannons against most decks, especially Labrynth, you're gonna win instantly. So anyway, I love this card. This card, you should thank Konami for making this card because that is what's bringing me back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Finally, a trap card that does like something that feels satisfying, right? It's like never know how like the best cards in the game are all spell cards, right? Raigeki. There's no trap version of Raigeki. There's no trap card that says you flip it on your opponent's turn or any time and destroys all of your opponent's monsters. I don't really think there's a trap card like that. I think maybe Elemental Burst, but Elemental Burst has an insane requirement to even use, right? Obviously, Witch's Strike destroys all your opponent's stuff, but the Witch's Strike is such a conditional, trap, right? Torrential Tribute is the closest thing, but Torrential Tribute requires a summon to occur, right? And it can miss timing, and it destroys all monsters, including your own, so not just your opponent. So, yeah, we needed more power trap cards, and obviously, if you recall from my last time I uploaded videos, I was, raving about Destructive Druma Karma Cannon, which is a great power trap that just blows out your opponent, right? Simultaneous Equation Cannons is that trap for us now. It is the best trap card in the game. We will be playing it, we will be resolving it, and we will be laughing our way to the bank, climbing the ranks of Master Duel. Now, anyway, so that's my spiel. Okay, so what are we doing in this video? We have, so if you probably read the title, this is an Adventures of video, yes. The Adventures of Labrynth, making a glorious comeback back into Master Duel to prove that it is actually Labrynth, not Tenpai, not Fire King, Snake Eye, not Yubel, not Ritual Beast. It is Labrynth that is the best deck. Oh, and definitely not, what's that fairy one? Voiceless Voice. It is Labrynth that is the best deck, the Tier 0 deck, right? This is a Tier 0 format, and Labrynth is the Tier 0 deck. Yeah, I'm going to make quick work out of all these decks, as you'll see. So this video will be my climb from Diamond 5 to Master 5, right? And I'll, similar format that I've done in the past. And then I'll also do a rank climb between Master 5 and Master 1. And then, if y'all are nice, maybe there'll be a deck list somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's in this video, maybe it's in the next video, maybe It'll be in a separate video, or maybe you'll never see this deck list. Maybe, who knows, right? But for some of you who have been followers of me before, you can kind of surmise and like deduce what the deck list is based on the cards that you're going to see me play here. Now, I may have made some like a few minor changes to the deck list during this grind, but it's still pretty consistent. But anyway, now the first, I believe, 3 duels of this video are actually going to be duels that I played before hitting Diamond, right? So typically, because I haven't played for forever, right? My rank climb started in the rookie tier, whatever that's called. It's like the little rabbit, right? The rookie 2 or rookie 3, I don't know. And then I quickly just sped run into Diamond in like a few hours, right? Like it was so brain dead because like, dude, the quality of duels is just like people playing Blue Eyes decks, people playing like starter decks, people playing like, non-optimal Labrynth decks or like Snake Eyes decks. It's just sad. Like the climb, like, even Platinum is sad. Like I used to think Platinum at least had like some decent, like, this is the days before I guess they introduced the Master rank tiers, right? But I swear Platinum was not as bad as it is now, right? But then after I got a Diamond, I'm like, holy shit, like Diamond is also like a cakewalk. Like what happened? Maybe it's just because it's tier 0 Labrynth, right now, and everyone's playing Tenpai. Yeah, so in this video there will be 3 duels. I think the first 1, 2, or 3 duels where you will see these are games that took place in Platinum, right? Not in Diamond. So the reason I say this is because they're interesting and they're fun, right? Now you will not see very many Tenpai games in this video. Why is that? Just like I've mentioned in previous adventures of videos that I've done in this series, I don't usually tend to save replays of games that are uninteresting or like that nothing really happens, right? And the thing about Tenpai matchups is, and by the way, I have like a 95% win rate against Tenpai, right? So basically Tenpai will always make you go first. You're a trap deck, you love going first. The only, and usually Tenpai likes going second. They play a bunch of blowout cards. Blowout cards clear your opponent's field and then they OTK, right? The problem is the only blowout cards that are available for Tenpai is 2 Lightning Storms, 1 Feather Duster, and 1 Heavy Storm, right? So I guess some of them might play Heavy Storm, right? I've only seen one of them play Heavy Storm, but mostly Lightning Storm, Feather Duster are expected. So they have like 3, possibly 4 cards at their disposal for blowing out a back row deck like Labrynth. Okay. However, I have 6.5 cards in my deck that protect back row, and you're going to see some of them throughout the course of this duel. You can kind of imagine what some of those are. No, it's not Solemn Judgment. 3 of them are Lord of the Heavenly Prison, yes. And the other 3 are actually Runic cards. Yes, I'm playing Runic. I'm playing a small Runic engine. And the main reason I'm playing Runic is because the Runic cards semi-synergize with my extra deck that I built around using Simultaneous Equation Cannons. But also, all the Runic cards have effects that allow you to summon a Runic monster from your extra deck, right? As a quick play, right? And if you summon the level 2 Runic monster, Hugin the Wings or whatever, I forgot what it's called, the girl, right? The fairy. I don't know what it is. That card has an effect that when it's on the field, you can protect your other cards from being destroyed by banishing it, right? So let's say your opponent plays Lightning Storm against a back row. You chain Runic Tip, summon Hugin, or you chain Runic Destruction. You chain one of the Runic cards, right? You summon the monster, the level 2 fusion Runic, and then when Lightning Storm or Feather Duster Heavy Storm resolves, you can choose to banish that level 2 Runic monster instead to keep your back row from being destroyed, and then that Runic card will immediately recycle from your graveyard to your extra deck, right? That's the effect. So we have 6 cards, and then what's the 6? I said 6.5. Well, Pot of Duality, right? You can use Pot of Duality to try to dig for one of those cards, right? Unfortunately, Pot of Duality is at 1. Pot of Prosperity is banned because of Tenpai. RIP. And I'm not running Pot of Extravagance because Pot of Extravagance does not synergize. It's actually anti-synergy with a Simultaneous Equation Cannon. So yeah, Simultaneous Equation Cannons is such a good card. I'm literally giving up Pot of Extravagance for it, right? Among other things, I'm giving up Dogmatic Punishment. I'm giving up my entire extra deck is just dedicated to Simultaneous Equation Cannons, and the reason for that is because it's just an amazing card. Like, if you resolve it, you pretty much win the game, right? So, yeah, so we have 6.5-ish ways to protect our back row from the 3 or possibly 4 cards that Tenpai have to deal with back row. The 2 Lightning Storms, the 1 Feather Dust, and the potentially 1 Heavy Storm. Tenpai will not be running evenly matched because they need their battle phase, right? If they evenly match, they give up their battle phase. And plus, even if they do have a back row blowout, so multiply the probability. You have 6.5 ways to get to one of those protection cards. You're ready going first. You have about a 70% chance of drawing one of them. Maybe a little bit more than 70%. Actually, 70% to draw the non-Pot of Duality ones, and then Pot of Duality can draw you into it. Anyway, so for you to not see any of those, it's about a 25% chance, right? Multiplied by they have to have one of those back row blowouts, right? Either the one of the Lightning Storms or the Heart Feather Duster, which is about a 1 in 3 chance. So it's 1 in 3 times 1 in 4. So there's about a 1 in 12 chance that they have one of their back row destroyers and you have no protection from it, right? 1 in 12, right? So 1 in 12 is very low. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, my win rate, and plus, even if that's the case, you still have a card like D-Barrier, which literally just says skip your turn, right? Like, you D-Barrier, you call Synchros, Tenpai skips their turn. It's that simple, right? So, and we have multiple copies of that. So, my win rate against Tenpai is so high, right? It's like 90-95%. It's insane. Like, the 5 to 10% is like they open everything and I didn't open the stuff I needed, right? So, because Tenpai games are so one-dimensional, like they only play out in one way, right? Either they blow me out back row, I don't have D-Barrier, and I insta scoop, or they can't blow out my back row because I have protection, or they didn't see the card. And they what was I gonna say? They they try to combo off, they try to do their thing. I stop them, and then they insta scoop, right? Like, there's no grind game with Tenpai. If they can't kill you on the first turn, they will just scoop. Which honestly makes sense. If you're a Tenpai player and your only goal is to grind ranked, like why bother trying a grind game against a Labrynth player? If you're not able to kill on the first turn, just scoop and go next, right? Like, why waste your time, right? Like, in the time that you're taking grind gaming a Labrynth player, you can probably just get like a few, like 1 or 2 more victories, right? In that a lot of time, right? So why bother? So, yeah, because a lot of those duels are just boring, they're not going to be featured here, right? I do play a lot of Tenpai, but you're just not going to see them here because they're just boring ass duels. Either again, most of the time I just flip D-Barrier, call Synchros, and they instantly scoop. So what's the fucking point, right? Of showing those duels. So yes, I do see Tenpai. So if you watch this video, like, oh, you're not playing Tenpai, you just got lucky, because I play Tenpai all the time and I'm getting wrecked by Tenpai. If you're getting wrecked by Tenpai, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Labrynth should not be losing to Tenpai unless it's like those 5 to 10% of the time that I mentioned, right? But yeah, so I am playing a lot of Tenpai. You're just not going to see it here because, again, boring duels. I'm going to show you more interesting duels. Now, without further ado, let's start with the first game. We have... Man, they changed the interface here. Like, everything is new and different and shining. So, game number 1. We have... Oh, so that's cool. There's a button to now see your own deck and see your opponent's deck. That's cool. And then some other stuff. Game number 1, Labrynth versus Adventure Phantom Knights. Wait. This is not Adventure Phantom Knights. What the hell? It's Adventure Dragoon. Okay, so I thought this was Adventure Phantom Knights when I played this dude because he summoned level 3s. Yeah, so I legitimately thought that this dude was an Adventure Phantom Knight player, but apparently he's just Adventure Dragoon. That's actually hilarious. Not gonna lie. Adventure Dragoon. All right. So yeah, let's just call this Adventure Dragoon. um, some of you might know how this game is gonna end because I did hint at the outcome of this game in one of my community, like my image posts that I did, like on my channel. So you probably know how this is gonna play out, but it's hilarious. I went into coin toss. I am going first. Pretty good hand. We do set everything, including, even though we have 2 big welcomes, I do set the second big welcome, just so that I can have immediate follow up on the subsequent turn, or if I get ashed, or I don't know, like whatever. Yeah, usually I don't like setting duplicates of cards, but with welcomes, it's like it's your engine, so like you do kind of want to sometimes do that. Anyway, set 5 pass. All right, so we have yeah. So I see Speedroid Terratop into this guy. I'm gonna immediately welcome. So my goal is to get Lady and then Lady into Lovely. They're gonna Ash. I will not Solemn Strike because I'd rather save the Solemn Strike for something else, right? So I'm just gonna big welcome, and they're gonna max C. Fine, I'll let them draw 2. So Lady comes up, and then Lady will summon itself. All right, so they draw 2. Cool. So you can see why I think this is an adventure of Phantom Knights, right? So I see level 3s, and I see a Water Enchantress, right? An adventure package. So I'm like, all right, so if this dude becomes like Break Sword, I can Solemn Strike the summon, right? And then Break Sword will not trigger. All right, so here comes the adventure stuff. So recall that I have a Karma Cannon. Karma Cannon will flip cards face down, but tokens cannot be flipped face down. So I'm going to wait to flip face down when the token is on the board with the equip spell. So it'll get rid of the token, it'll get rid of the equip spell, and then the Griffin Rider will do nothing, right? So here it is. Here's the token. Okay, go ahead and get the thing. Yep. Use this. Get the Griffin Rider. Discard that. Get the Rider on the lizard on the thing. Now, Chainlink 1, Griffin. Chainlink 2, Karma Cannon. So this will clear the token. Get rid of the equip spell. Their 2 level 3s will be face down, and you'll have a Griffin on the board. They'll still have their normal summon, but without, again, I think they're a Phantom Knights deck, right? Little do I know. Because they use the Adventure Engine, the normal summons cannot give them effect. They can't activate their normal summon monsters effect, right? Under the Adventure package. Anyway, so 1, 2, and then if he doesn't respond, I do 3 Lady, and I set a trap from the deck, right? However, this motherfucker, to prevent my Lady from from chaining to Karma Cannon and getting a search, he's literally gonna Super Poly. Wait, what is he gonna Super Poly? Lady with what? None of these are darks. Correct. Super Poly. Discard Imperm, by the way, which is hilarious. He's gonna Super Poly his own 2 dudes here into Garura. Why? So he literally negs 3, right? Because he played a card, discarded a card, he lost 2 bodies, so that's neg 4, and then he gained a body, so he's neg 3. So to prevent me from going +1, he literally negs 3. This is like next level. My holy shit, Master. Like I do remember, like back in the day, you know, before I went on my hiatus, that Master Duel players, but Yu-Gi-Oh players in general, are some of the most mouth-breathing dumb people on the planet, right? But this is like next levels of dumb, right? It's like, if you're just spurging out because you're sad that I completely just demolish your board, and like, just scoop, dude, my guy. Like, don't bother with this nonsense, right? Okay, so Guru's face down. Griffin is here. 2000 attack, can't beat over Lady. Sets a card and passes. Okay. Trap trick. Ooh, you love to see it. Let's flip. Let's go ahead and kill Griffin. Let's go ahead and big welcome. And then they just scoop. Like, so yeah, so big welcome was gonna bring back Lovely, right? Lovely's gonna pop, bounce the thing, pop back row. Like, yeah, so he scoops anyway. Like, the game was over, right? I have trap trick. Lady was gonna get a search. What was I gonna search? I probably would have searched honestly, Ice Dragon's Prison. Right? Because Garura is so I actually was not gonna kill Garura because I'll give him a draw. Garura is a winged beast, and you know who else is a winged beast? Griffin Rider. So basically, I would search off Ice Dragon's Prison. Use Lovely's pop to take out the adventure, the fateful adventure, right? summon back my lady, and then on the next turn when he flips Garura, I immediately Ice Dragons, take Griffin Rider, take Garura, banish him. He does not get to draw a card off Garura. Lovely will trigger. I'll pop a back row or the card that they draw for turn, right? And then they're just done, right? And I still have Trap Trick, I still have Solemn Strike, and I still have a big Welcome to the Grave that I can use to bounce. And so the game is over. It's Ogre, okay? It's Ogre. It's Kashtira Ogre, right? Yeah, and so he just scoops. He should have scooped the turn earlier, but whatever. All right, next we have game number 2, Labrynth versus Horus. Yeah, it's just a generic Horus rank 8 deck. Horus cards are very fun to play. Normally, Horus is very good against Labrynth. Normally, like if you think about it, right? They're a bunch of high-level monsters of different types, which means you can't Ice Dragons them. You can't really punish them in them, right? Like if you torrential, they just return very easily on the next turn, right? It's very hard to get rid of the Horus cards because, again, they just keep coming back, right? And also, even if we had Dominica Punishment, you know, a lot of them they're too high attack. You can't even Entis, right, to take out the sarcophagus. So we actually love the fact that we now have this card called Simultaneous Equation Cannons that allows us to banish their cards, right? So here we go. We have we're first here. So set 4 pass. This is a great opening hand, by the way. We have everything we need. We have a counter trap, we have 2 blowouts, and we have engine, right? Like what more can we ask for? All right. Bureau goods. Sends a thing. Searches a field spell. Grabs a crystal beast. Yep. Walls. Yep. Okay. Imseti. Get the King Sark. Summon. Let me. So this is not limited. The field spell is not limited. Okay. Foolish Bureau goods is still limited. So he wants to use this card to pop one of my cards. I'm gonna say no to that because I don't want him removing my back row. So I want him to fill up his board with shit, and then I'm going to hit him with Simultaneous Equation Cannons. Alright, there's the Sark. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send a thing. Set a thing. Alright, so now I decide to flip Simultaneous Equation Cannon. Why do I wait until now? Because basically at this point, he has enough bodies to make a rank 8 monster. If he makes a rank 8 monster, then that means he will not have a level 8 monster on the field for me to use Simultaneous Equation Cannons. You can only use Simultaneous Equation Cannons against a monster that has levels, right? XYZ monster does not have levels, has ranks, right? So at this point, it's right before he XYZ summons, and he has 5 cards on the board, including what I presume to be the 1-of copy of the field spell. Maybe he runs 3, I don't know. This Trap, which I'm pretty sure is a 1-of as well in this deck. Imseti's a 3-of, but Dwamatef is probably a 1-of. And then, of course, a copy of King Sark, right? Which means with 2 cards remaining in hand, I don't think he has enough resource at this point to make any more. If I clear this board right now, I cannot make. He cannot make any more rank 4 plays. But now, how does Simultaneous Equation Cannons work? A lot of people are like, oh, you gotta do math. You gotta do math. Now let's read what this says. Banish 1 fusion monster and 2 XYZ monster with the same rank from your extra deck, whose combined levels and ranks equal the total number of cards in both players' hands and on the field. Then you can apply this effect. Return 2 of your banished monsters to extra deck, 1 XYZ and 1 fusion, whose combined level and rank equal to the level or rank. Oh, wow. Okay, I totally misread this card. You actually can use this against an XYZ monster. All right, that's great to know because I will use that in the future. But to be fair, waiting for him to summon a rank 8 is suboptimal because if I banish his rank 8, the materials do not get banished, right? I want to banish all 5 of the cards that he has on the field right now. And then, anyway, so if you do all that, you banish all cards your opponent controls. Now, note that none of these things that I read are a cost. So these are effects on resolution. So you don't send cards from your extra deck as costs. You do that at resolution. Which means, theoretically, I or my opponent can chain a card to this to change the number of cards on the field or hand, right? So if I had a lady on the field, I could chain lady to this card to grab a card from deck, which will increase the number of total cards between hands and field, which will change the calculation and the math I have to do, right? So in this case, I don't need to do that. And actually, the only trap card I've used thus far has been Solemn Strike, right? Which means I can't actually summon Lady yet. All right, so to break down what equations, how you figure out your fusion monster and your Xyz monster. So this is for the math nerds out there, right? So I'm a genius. I can resolve this instantaneously, right? I can calculate this instantaneously because it's dead easy to calculate because I'm a genius, right? So for those of you who enjoy math, the system of you're solving a system of two linear equations. For two variables, right? The variables you're trying to find are x and f. Let's call them x, which corresponds to the rank of the Xyz monster, and let's say f for the level of the fusion monster. Now, the first equation you have to solve is 2x plus f. F as in Frank, right? 2x plus f equals the total number of cards that both players have on the field and in the hands. Let's count this number right now. So the number in this situation right now is 1. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 7 cards, and I have 4 cards. 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay? So 2x plus f equals 11. That is the first linear. This is linear algebra. This is the first linear equation you have to solve. And then the second equation you have to solve is you have after you send the Xyz and the fusion monster, you then have to return 2 of them to the extra deck, 1 x and 1 f, and that sum must sum up to the level of one of your opponent's monsters, any monster you want. Again, this card does not target, so which means you can choose a monster at resolution, right? In this case, the only monster they have are level 8s. So the second equation is x plus f equals 8. So we have 2x plus f equals 11, and x plus f equals 8. If you solve this system, use linear algebra to solve this system of equations for the 2 variables, x and f, you will get the rank of the Xyz monster you must send, which is x, and you'll get the level of the fusion monster you must send, which is f. Now, when you're in the middle of playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, either in real life or Master Duel, you have to take out a scientific calculator to compute this. You have to take out a piece of paper and do some calculations, right? This sounds complicated. And for most of you non-geniuses out there, people who are not geniuses like me, you're going to be like, well, that's way too complicated. Like, is there an easy way for me to calculate this? And the answer is yes. So I will tell you the shortcut. So I've developed a shortcut for you dullards who aren't good at math and haven't figured this out on your own, how to easily calculate this, right? The only thing you have to do, your math skills have to be as good as you need to be able to count to 20. Number 1. Number 2, you need to be able to do subtractions between 3 numbers. Those are the only skills required here. Being able to count to 20. So I assume if most of you are watching this video, you know how to count to 20, right? And if you're watching the video, I assume you know how to subtract numbers lower than 20, right? You have to do 2 subtractions. The first subtraction, you take the total number of cards. In this case, I said it was 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so you take that number 11 and you subtract the level of the monster on your opponent's field that you wish to target. So I'm targeting 8. What is 11 minus 8? 11 minus 8 is 3. That's the rank of the Xyz monster you must send. Done. So you now have the rank of the Xyz monster. It's 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. You need to send a rank 3. We don't play rank 1s, we don't play rank 2s, and we don't play above rank 6s. Which means you cannot activate your equation cannons if the difference between the total cards and the monster you want to target is not within the range of 3 to 6. So we play rank 3s up to rank 6s. We don't play rank 2s, we don't play rank 7s or higher. So first step, easy. 11 minus 8 is 3. You have to send a rank 3. Done. What about the fusion monster? What level is the fusion monster? Now you take the 8 and you subtract the 3 that you just got. What's 8 minus 3? 5. Done. 5 and 3. That's what you got to send. rank 3, level 5. It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. 2 subtractions. So every time your opponent is playing Yu-Gi-Oh, all you have to do is just keep track, count how many cards are their total on the field and hands, subtract the level of the monster on their field. So in this case, 11 minus 3. Oh, sorry, 11 minus 8 is 3. Therefore, because I have a rank 3 in my extra deck, this card is playable. It is activatable. That's just to know if you can activate it. You must be able to do that that first subtraction. And then to complete the subtraction, you just take 8 minus 3 is 5. Rank 3, level 5. Done. So, let's continue and resolve this. So we sent 2 rank 3s. In this case, I don't know. It's literally any rank 3s. These are the ones I'm running. All right. And then a level 5. In this case, I'm running Freki the Runic Fangs, right? And then I return a rank 3 and a level 5 to my extra deck. And I banish all cards they control. And now they have 2 cards left. They scoop. Game's over. Yeah, like even if they're still able to summon a monster, I have a Torrential Tribute, and then I have Lady for follow-up. Lady will chain on to welcome. I'll get a big welcome. Game is over. Game is completely over. Just like that. It's the math is so simple. It sounds complicated when I explain, right? When you read the card, it's like, man, that sounds like a lot of, like, what the hell is this math? And then when you convert that to equations, 2x plus f equals this number, and then x plus f is this other number, and then I got to solve 2 equations. Like, don't worry about the equations. Just think total cards minus the level of the monster you want to hit, and then whatever the number is, that's the rank you have to send, right? And then you just take that number and you subtract it from the level, and you get the fusion. Done. It's that simple. It really is. You don't have to be a genius like me to figure that out. That's the shortcut, right? All right, game number 3. We have Labrynth versus. Pretty sure this is Voiceless Voice. So Voiceless Voice is like a top 5 deck right now in the Master Duel. It's like a Drytron, but with fewer steps, more consistency, more durability, and fewer negates, right? But it's a ritual based deck where they put up an Omni Negate. They can negate once per turn, unlike Drytron, which can negate like 5 or 10 times per turn, whatever. So I'm gonna go second here. But oh look, I open Equation Cannons in my hand. I wonder how this duel is gonna end. No, I also open Runic Tip and Runic Flashing Fire in my hand. Cool. Alright, so they're gonna do some stuff. They're gonna pop off, right? Just do whatever you want. Whatever board you're gonna make, I'm gonna break the board. Okay? Alright, so there's the monster with a negate. It's 4100 attack. And it has a negate as long as this monster's on the field, and then they have a spell card that says you can't attack this. You have to attack the rituals, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so I draw Solemn Strike. Oh, perfect. I love Solemn Strike. I'm gonna Runic Tip and try and search Runic Destruction. The reason I want Runic Destruction is I want the ability to pop back row, because I might have to get rid of not just some of these power spells which are powerful, but also let's look at Simultaneous Equation Cannons right now. So I'm gonna set I'm gonna keep Flashing Fire because these other cards are more important. So let's count Simultaneous Equation Cannons right now. How many cards are there total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 minus level 7 is 9. Uh-oh, I don't have a rank 9. So I cannot use Simultaneous Equation Cannons. But with Runic Destruction, I can get rid of Destruction in 1 back row card to make the math a little easier, right? So my goal is to, first of all, step number 1, bait out his negate, step 1. Step 2, reduce the total number of cards that we have such that I can activate Equation Cannons, right? Those are the 2 things I need to do. Right? So he ritual summons Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon, which is also level 7. So, yep. He did reduce the number of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Actually, no, it's the same number, right? Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to let him pop up. I'm not going to do anything until battle phase, right? Battle phase is where all the magic happens. We have a Cerebus. And here's the thing. I want to use Equation Cannons so that it banishes as many cards as humanly possible. So the more cards he puts on the field, the better, because I want to banish all of them, right? All right. You add some cards. Man, look at this very, very bad board. Oh, wow, look at this. All right, battle phase. Here we are. So let's count the number of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 minus 7 is 10. I don't have a rank 10, so we need to get this number down ASAP. Step 1, Karma Cannon. Forces out this negate. That's what I wanted. But Karma Cannon was negated, which means we're now down to 16 cards, right? We need to go further. Ice Dragon's Prison. Targeting this to threaten, because I want to banish one of his dragons. So I'm going to banish Pendulum Graph here. Ice Dragons is gone. All right, so how many cards are we down to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. Still too high, right? We don't have a rank 7. Okay? He's going to banish the thing. I'm going to Runic Destruction on his trap, which will banish 4 cards. So that's cool. I banished an Ash. That's cool. And I banished one of these guys. Which is good because, yeah, this is part of his engine, right? So banishing one of them is good. Yeah, another cool thing about these Runic cards is they banish cards from your opponent, and then, like, yeah, cool. And then they don't have those anymore, right? All right, so here comes a second Skull Guardian. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 7 is 5, baby. Do we have a rank 5 in our extra deck? Yes, we fucking do. All right, so now that we have a rank 5, we just have to do 7 minus 5 and 2. So we need a level 2 fusion. So here's our rank 5s. We send a level 2 fusion, which is a Hugin the Runic Wings. And now, look at his fucking field. Bam! Send these back. Goodbye. So now we have 2 of his Skull Guardians banished. We have 1, 2 of his Dragon Queens banished. We have one low banished. 1 ritual spell. 2 of his continuous spells, right? And in his graveyard, he has no means of ritual summoning. The game is over. He's gonna Diviner the Herald to make some more plays. I'm gonna Solemn Strike that so he doesn't get to make any plays. There goes his normal summon. All right, so we top deck Lord, which is great. Activate Lord, set Runic Flash of Fire. We go to battle phase. It's skipped because of the previous Runic card we played. All right, let's see what he does. End phase. End phase, I'll activate this card. So that's another cool thing about the Runic cards is that they make it, because they're spells, you can literally use them anytime you want to trigger Lord effect in hand, right? So I'm going to use Flashing Fire to summon Hugin Wings, which will allow me to trigger Lord, summoning itself and setting Big Welcome Labrynth, right? And now I do have to skip battle phase, but I can now start popping cards in his hand using Lovely. And then Lovely can also recycle cards from the graveyard, like Ice Dragon's Prison or Karma Cannon, right? Ooh, I draw Skill Drain. Yeah, Skill Drain makes the game even more ogre. Like, it's so ogre. Oh no, there's an Ash. Say it ain't so. All right, I guess we'll just we have to skip our battle phase because of Runic, right? Okay, pre-prep. Okay. End phase. Okay, cool. Again, we have a Skill Drain, so there's our welcome. Now we can finally battle. Let's battle. That welcome. Yeah, this game is so over. Like, he thinks he can win a grand game against Labrynth. He can't. End phase. We have our Lovely. This is damage for game right here. Ooh, Deep Barrier against a Ritual deck. Yeah, Giga Ogre. This game is Giga Ogre. He should have scooped as soon as I resolved Equation Cannons, but you saw how absolutely satisfying Simultaneous Equation Cannon was. Like, what other trap card could possibly compare to that power level? I guess Witch's Strike, and yes, Witch's Strike could be used against Voiceless Voice because they do have an Omni Negate, so you could Witch's Strike immediately after the thing. However, a lot of the Voiceless Voice cards have graveyard effects, so they can actually perform a fusion from the graveyard, but it would also destroy their hand. So, you know, maybe Witch's Strike might be slightly better, but just the fact that you can banish, right, is just so satisfying. And you can time the banish. Like, you don't have to time it so it has to be right after the negate. Like, as long as the number of cards is within a set range, you can make it happen, right? So all I had to do was get the number of cards between us down to 12, and it was fair game. Actually, down to 13, right? Because with 13, 13 minus 7 is 6. I have a rank 6, and then the fusion is level 1, right? 7 minus 6 is 1. So yeah, it's great. I love this card. It's my favorite card now. Game number 4, we have Labrynth versus Dragon Link with a Dragoon package. Yeah, Dragoon is available now for decks to abuse, thanks to Anaconda. And also some of the Chaos cards came back. I think Chaos White Dragon returned from it was previously banned, right? So Dragon Link, which was gutted, did see some of his cards come back. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. We are going second here, but as you can see, we don't care about going second because we have Simultaneous Equation Cannons. I want them to build the best possible board they can so I can absolutely obliterate it. Oh, this guy's a Korean. Let me see. Nim, Sok, Bong, Hara. Sukbang Hara. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we do draw Rivalry of Warlords against Dragon Link, which is not particularly good because most of their cards are going to be dragons. But I later find out that they have Dragoon, which is a spellcaster. So Rivalry can actually be pretty useful. Anyway, so they're going to do their thing. Honestly, it's standard Dragon Link stuff, except they're going to end on Verde Anaconda into Dragoon, right? So they're going to have Borolo Savage Dragon, they're going to have Dragoon, and I think they're going to have their rank 5 as well. They're going to get or not rank 5, Link 5. They're going to end on a Wet Dream board for Dragon Link, right? Which is 2 negates and actually 3 negates, right? Because the Link 5 can negate monster effects, right? But I don't play monsters, so it's basically just 2 negates, right? But guess what? We don't care how many negates we have because we have Solemn Strike, right? So we are playing the triple Solemn Strike with the 2 copies of Draco Utopian Aura. So we have 5 cards, counter traps that can stop monster effects, and just say no more chaining, no negating. My trap is resolving, right? All right. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Savage Dragon. Yep. Patch Romulus. 2 negates there, right? Anaconda. Here we go. And there's Dragoon. Bam. All right, so what a formidable board, right? Against most decks, this board it might be an instant scoop, right? But not for us, baby. Let's go. So let's start with all right. Torrential Tribute is always a good card. Let's play the field spell. Try to bait Dragoon negate. No negates. All right, we'll just set these 4. Now let's count Equation Cannons. Well, how many total cards are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. Do we have a rank 7 in our extra deck? Unfortunately, no. We only have up to rank 6, so we have to clear some cards. And when they draw for turn, it's going to be 16 cards, right? So actually, it's going to be more because he's on my end phase. He's going to revive this, negate that, pop that, grab this. So now he's going to top deck for turn, and let's see what he's going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 minus 8 is 11. We don't have... sorry, it's 9. We don't have a rank 9, so it's not doable, right? So, unfortunately, I'm not going to do anything until or I'm going to try to hold off until battle phase, right? I want them to make more stuff so that I can manage it. No, their extra deck has 6 cards left, right? So they're going to immediately go to Little Knight. So Little Knight is going to attempt to manage the field, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still too many cards. So I'm gonna Torrential Tribute to bait and negate, right? My goal is to get cards off the field because I need so there's the Savage Dragon. Alright. So now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Do we have a rank 6 on our extra deck? Yes, we do. This card is now playable. So let's go. Equation Cannons. They're going to chain Dragoon. Dragoon is going to reduce discard a card in hand. So actually, they'll have less follow-up. But now there's fewer cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. Do we have a rank 5? Yes, we do. This is still playable. So I figured they would try to use Dragoon, and they would Solemn Strike the card, or rather, just change Dragoon, discard a card, which will make my math better, right? So then I'm going to change Solemn Strike to get Dragoon. Again, all these cards stay on the field. So we send rank 5s with a level 3. We choose Savage Dragon. And then look at this. 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 Holy fuck. That was satisfying. Look at all this. Banish. Their extra deck has 5 cards left. That's right. 5 cards, right? We have a Karma Cannon and we have Rivalry. So if they have if these 5 cards are non-dragons, the Dark Charmer. I'm just going to guess what's in their extra deck, right? Because it's a Dragon Link. The Dark Charmer, possibly there. Nightmare Unicorn is a Fiend. Access Code Talker is a Cyberse, right? IP Masquerena is a Cyberse. My guess is that most of their extra deck are not comprised of dragons, right? Maybe they have the level 9 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, maybe. That's like the only thing they have left. But Rivalry of Warlords will just, like, they can't use their extra deck anymore. It's over. The game is over. It is just over. Yeah, they just scoop. Because they know they cannot win a ground game against a trap deck when all this has been managed, right? Like, do you see how satisfying this card is? Like, if you're not playing 3 copies of this card with 2 Trap Trick in your deck, what are you even doing, right? I played Labrynth mirror matchups where the Labrynth player is not playing this card. And I'm like, why the fuck are you not playing this card? Because they have to build their extra deck around it. Who cares? This card just wins games, right? I see Labrynth players still playing Muckraker of the Underworld, still playing Dogmatic Punishment with, like, Entis, still playing fucking Chaos Angel. All completely unnecessary. Just play this card. You know, like, it's just instant win. Chaos Angel lets you banish 1 card from your opponent. This card lets you banish all their cards. Which is better, Chaos Angel or this card? Obviously, it's this card, right? So satisfying. All right, let's continue. Game number 5, we have Labrynth versus White Forest with a little toy box engine. That's cool. All right, so let's begin. Dude, these are like the freest games ever. Like, they literally can't do anything, right? It's so fucking free. It's so free. Yeah, this card is like better than Voiceless Strike just because it's just more versatile. It resolves more easily, right? Oh look, I opened 2 of them. What a coincidence. So they're gonna go first. To be honest, I have no idea what White Forest does. I honestly do not. Like, I know they're a synchro deck. I know they have like quick effects and traps and whatever that allows them to synchro summon on the opponent's turn. I don't actually know what this deck is supposed to do. Other than that, like, why is there no Burn to Flare here? Like, what the hell's going on here, right? So we draw Ariana. That's cool. Let's see if we can bait a negate or bait something, right? So we bait an Imperm. Cool. Imperm does nothing. And then they're gonna chain this, summon that, do a thing here. Okay, cool. I don't really. And then he's gonna grab a thing. Okay, and then he summons the thing. I don't know what the point of this deck is. I honestly don't. Maybe I should look at their extra deck. Am I allowed to look at their extra deck? Nope, not in the middle of the game. I'll look at their deck again afterwards. But like, okay, so they did some stuff. I'm gonna kill this monster, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm gonna set 5. 2 equation cannons, by the way. It's not once per turn. It is not once per turn. If this gets negated, you just flip another one. It's not once per turn. You run 3 copies. They're all live. It's not once per turn. Yeah, crazy. All right, so let's do some calculus here. And by calculus, I mean, let's see if we can count cards, right? So we have total cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total cards. 14 minus 8 is 6. Do we have a rank 6? Yes, we do. And then the level 2 fusion. So they normal summon. Again, I don't know what this deck does. But I do know that this is one of their primary combo starters. It's a normal summon. And it doesn't have an on-summon effect. It has an ignition effect, right? So you have to summon it, and then as a slow effect, assuming you don't get interrupted, you can activate it to do some stuff. Now, I flip Equation Cannon here because I think, hey, if I banish all their cards, I'm going to be banishing 5 cards here, including one of their powerful synchros. This is probably a good time to do it. I don't know. If you are a White Forest player, or you know what the White Forest deck does, feel free to comment down below and let me know if I should have waited or if there was a better point to hit this. Because I don't know, right? And here's the thing. Even if this is not the best time, guess what? I have another Simultaneous Equation Cannons that I could use. And I have an Ice Dragon's Prison. And I have a Welcome Labyrinth. And I have a Trap Trick that can go into D barrier, folks, and call synchro. So I'm just gonna use this here just to see what happens, right? I'm gonna use this. He's gonna chain send this away, okay? Which summons Formula Synchron. Wait, if they have Formula Synchron, does that mean they have Barone? I don't know. Again, the calculus doesn't change because it's the same number of cards, right? He sends a card to summon a card, but now Formula Synchron's gonna get banished, right? So let's send our rank 6s with the level 2, right? Yep, return that. Banished. Done. Cool. Now they have no normal summons. But they do have some graveyard effects, I guess, which is gonna, and then Ariana's gonna draw a card, but he's gonna Ogre, which is hilarious. Ogre on Ariana? Really? Okay. I still draw a card. Oh, cool. Big welcome. Nice. Always nice to see Engine. Alright, he returns this monster here, so he seems to really want to use this effect. So I'm gonna say no to that. I'm gonna say, first I'm gonna welcome to get my Lovely out, right? Then I'm gonna Ice Dragons. Why did I not do Lady? Why did I not Lady? Why do I not Lady? Why do I Lovely? I think I should have Ladied. Yeah, I should probably have Ladied. Whatever. Oh, I know why. I Lovely because I'm gonna use Ice Dragons. Grab the Spellcaster here, banish these two. Oh, and then Lovely is gonna trigger a new effect. Pop this back row, which is the spell that he just recycled. Clearly, they want to use it, right? Now they're gonna send this, and then they're gonna send. Okay, they're gonna add this. They're gonna set this. Okay. Okay, a level 2 can't really hit it with equation cannons. That's fine, but like, all right, he's gonna use this to do this, and then synchro this, and then this card can flip a Lovely face down, right? And then I'm just gonna flip Lovely face up, and then he's just gonna scoop. Yeah, like. What the hell is flipping Lovely face down going to do? Nothing. I swing. I big welcome. Lady comes out. Bounces. I pop a card in hand. Like, this game is Ogre. Like, you should have, as soon as I hit him with, like, he should have just scooped. Without even, like, playing out this turn. Anyway. Yeah, easy game, easy life. But let me look at this deck of theirs again. Yeah, they do have Barone. So, they don't end on Barone. They don't end on Little Knight. They don't end on Baguska. Like, they don't end on Formula Synchron. They have a Dragoon? Wait, how do they make Dragoon? I don't see Red Eyes Fusion or any fusion. What the fuck? If you control... Oh, you can fusion summon. Oh! Oh, right. This is how Virtual Order used to make Dragoon. Yeah. Okay. I guess they just got unlucky or like couldn't draw their full combo. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. White Forest sucks. Game number 6. We have Labrynth versus... Oh, a Tenpai deck. Oh, Tenpai Fire King. Fire King. Okay, I remember why I saved this replay. So this is a Tenpai player with a Fire King engine who chooses to go first. So they do win the coin toss, and they choose to go first, which surprises me because I see them opening their Tenpai engine. So I don't know why they choose to go first, but whatever. I open... Simultaneous Equation Cannons. I wonder how this game is gonna end. Okay. So Genroku, tribute, summon Pydra, grab the Kaiman. So he's going first, so he just sets. I'm like, wait, you choose to go first and you don't go to Hierarch Seal Pass? Like, I have no idea what this guy is doing, but I activate Duality. Chain Max C, baby. Let's fucking go. Duality Chainlink 1. Max C Chainlink 2. Never change, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Never fucking change, right? Max C. Anytime your opponent special summons. Duality. You cannot special summon the turn you activate this card. So, what a waste of a fucking Max C. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab Trap Trick, because Trap Trick is just generically good at everything. Plus, Trap Trick, I can go into the D-Barrier, right? D-Barrier is one of those, like, you know, if all else fails, just D-Barrier. But so my goal is like I want to stop this Tenpai guy without using D-Barrier because I have other cards that can do it, right? By the way, Simultaneous can hit the Tenpai level 7 Synchro, FYI. Very easily. So let's go ahead. So they go battle phase. I big welcome. I plan to do big welcome 1, welcome 2. He chains Ash. Cool. I'm just gonna welcome. That's cool. Get my lady out in attack mode. Okay. They're gonna send in Kaiman. Okay. Right. I'm gonna trap trick. They're gonna chain Pydra. They're gonna go Black Rose Dragon. Interesting. So I get grab D barrier. So if they attempt to use their effect on summon destroy all cards, I'm gonna chain D barrier, call Synchros, and then this guy's negated, right? He's gonna attempt to crash. I don't know why. So I just decided I'm gonna equation cannons here. Like your battle phase is again. I think I'm against a pure Tenpai player. So even though trap trick locks me into 1 trap for the rest of the game, rest of the turn rather, I think his turn is over here, and I don't need the D barrier because he clearly chose not to use his on summon effect. So I'm just gonna use equation cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. But I chain lady to make this 10, right? So we now have 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. I send a rank 3 with a level 4. Goodbye. Let's just manage that. Okay. That was a call by the grave, whatever. So I thought their turn was over, but to my surprise, they have a fucking Fire King engine. That's cool. Where did that come from? Okay. Go battle. Let's kill this guy. Yeah, so Fire King's annoying because like you can't destroy them by battle card effect because they just like float and recycle each other, right? So this is gonna go ahead and resummon. He attempts to pop Lady. Again, doesn't read card effects. Lady is alive. He pops a thing. He returns a thing. Cool. I'm gonna big welcome. Chain Lady. I'm gonna go ahead and Lady. Lovely will pop Garunix because they already used the effect this turn, right? To revive itself. And I am not going to attack this guy because if he's destroyed by battle, he gets to summon a thing from deck. I don't want him to do that. So I'm going to leave him alive. And instead, I'm going to recycle equation cannons, right? And set this guy. I don't need welcome because I have a welcome in grave, right? And I have my 2 monsters already. I'm going to summon Lady back. All right, let's see what happens. So I'm actually instantly going to Ice Dragon's Prison. This is a Wing Beast on field, and they have a Wing Beast Garunix in graveyard. So this is going to banish these two, right? So you get rid of Fire Kings by banishing them, right? So goodbye. That triggers Lovely. Lovely to pop a card in hand. They chain Sang Kaiman to search. However, by searching, Lovely's effect is non-targeting, so I'm still going to pop a card in hand. Goodbye. Bam. And then the game's over. On end phase, I'm going to bounce Lady. Why do I do this? Because I want to reset Welcome so that I have OTK next turn, right? So, yeah, so I'll have 3K beaters on the field, right? 2 Ladies, 1 Lovely, and I can OTK. I never use my Runic so I can do this. I'm going to Welcome into Ariana because they have 15 and I get the field spell. Swing for game. GG. Yeah, this game is... Yeah, Tenpai is a joke of a deck. It's considered the best deck, but it's really just garbage. Alright, cool. That was game number 6, right? Game number 7, we have Labrynth versus 60 card Brandon. With wait, is there Dragoon? No Dragoon, but there is an Anaconda. So easier access for Brandon Fusion, I guess. What the hell? Fairy Dragon. Kaiser Dragon. What the hell is all this? Is Gimmick Puppet Nightmare banned? Master Duel? I know they just banned in TCG. But is it banned in Master Duel? I don't know. I don't see it here. So, maybe. Iron Dragon, Tama. Yeah, I don't know what all this shit is. Also, is this... it looks like they're playing the Just One Festival, but no, they have 3 Albaz. Alright, whatever. Brandon, let's get started. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. I do go first. I open D-Bear, game's over, FYI. Oh, Rafael, Brazil. Cool, cool. Brasileiro, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm the superior Brazilian. Alright, set 3. Okay. Foolish Burial. As soon as I see Desperate Tragedy, I'm like, oh, it's a D-Barrier fusion. Cool. There's a Luber. Brandon lost. Okay. Brandon lost into fusion deployments. They Grab Albaz, okay. Albion sends Retribution. Banish itself to summon this. I'm going to search a thing. Alright, battle phase. So now, first, I'm going to activate D-Bear and just call fusions. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to summon Lady, right? So that he doesn't swing into me. But also to make my calculation a little easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 6, this is their highest level, is 6. So I can't use Equation Cannons. So I have to get this card off the field, right? So, now summon Lady. They're going to go main phase 2. They set 2 and pass. So they can't fuse this turn. They have to pass. On end phase, let's count cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. Do I have a rank 5? Yes, I do. I will not chain Lady because if I chain Lady to set a card, I don't have a rank 6. I'll fuck up my calculation. So do not chain Lady here. Rank 5, level 1. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, Super Poly. Brandon in red. Brandon lost. Albaz. The one of Magnamut. Oh, what a fucking satisfying turn of events. And they have 1 card in hand. They're going to get a search off Magnamut. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and Trap Trick. Now I Lady. I Lady into regular welcome. Big welcome. Into lovely. Bounce this. Pop a card. I pop the Saronir. Saronir is going to send Branded Fusion for follow-up. My guy, there's a D-Bear in the graveyard and a lovely on the field, so... so I make a slight mistake here. I should have welcomed to get Ariana. Ariana effect, get Field Spell. Activate Field Spell. Set Big Welcome, summon Lady. And then... Wait. No, sorry. I should have done Lovely. Set D-Barrier from the graveyard. Then summon Lady. Then activate Welcome. Chain Lady to get a card. So I missed the opportunity to chain Lady to get a card. Because I forgot to... I should have done that first. Whatever. The game is over because, like, he can't play through D-Barrier. Field Spell. Like, how is it... I have a Floodgate, I have a Bounce, and I have, well, either a Bounce or a double pop, right? If you have the Welcome Field Spell or a Lovely, right? Game is over. It's so over. D-Barrier, call fusions immediately. I'm going to set Ice Dragon's Prison. Cool. Okay. The reason I did that is because in case he top deck Super Poly, he's forced to Super Poly immediately, right? And then, which would make him discard his other card. Chaos Space, okay, he gets Lubellion. Okay, Druid Swarm. Druid Swarm will Saronir. Some Lubellion, and Druid Swarm will send Lovely to the graveyard. That's convenient because I can now Big Welcome, return Lovely, bounce Lady, pop this guy. Chainlink 1, Lovely. Chainlink 2, Ariana, draw. Chainlink 3, this is set. Chainlink 4, Banner Retribution. He's going to put it back in his hand, and I'm going to pop a card in hand. The card I pop will be... Triple Tactics Talent. Ooh, very good, very good. Yeah, so he's out because he can't play Branded Fusion. He can't get a draw 2 off Talents. It's over. It's just over. All right. Easy game, easy life, I suppose. Duel number 8. We have Labrynth versus Yubel. Oh, I remember this game. This was funny. Funny game. I do go second. Yubel does not have access to Verudras nor the Fiendsmith engine, which means it's a lot weaker Master Duel than it was in like the peak of its TCG, right? So they choose to go first. Yep, that's fine. So I opened Skill Drain, which is always good. Karma Cannon, great because they build Link monsters, and then double Runic cards prevent popping, and also possibly pop one of their cards. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Yep. Yeah, I don't even care what all this. Also, why is Phantom of Yubel at 2? Why is this not at 1? Motherfuckers. Lord Yama. Blah, 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 blah. Appaloosa, monster negates. Cool, I have no monsters. He had 3 monster negates and I have no monsters. You see why you should play Labrynth, like Trap Labrynth? If I had furnitures, these 3 cards can negate the furnitures. So why bother? Why allow them to play Yu-Gi-Oh? By playing furnitures, you're allowing your opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, I'm revealing I'm not playing furnitures. Obviously, you haven't seen any yet. There's no point because again, all the negates that are relevant are monster negates, right? There's no point in playing furnitures, especially because we're not going to make Chaos Angel or Muckraker or like Lynx. So why bother with furnitures? All right, they're gonna flip anti-spell, which is very hilarious. I'm gonna chain Runic Tip to get to attempt to summon or to search, and then this I'm gonna chain Runic Fire to summon. So I know they have the Unchain card, Escape of the Unchain, which allows them to pop one of my cards, right? But if I summon Hugin, the Runic Wings, where is it? This girl here. Then they will not be able to pop one of my cards because this protects it, right? So yeah, so to this, I'm chaining this to search, Runic Destruction. I want Runic Destruction because this card says, while you control a Yubel monster, your opponent must attack Yubel monsters, and your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from damage involving your Yubel monsters. So I need to be able to take this card out, so I need Runic Destruction, right? So there's Runic Destruction. There's my... Alright, so he's actually going to use this to pop my Hugin. Okay. Hugin will recycle. Okay. He's going to do some recycling himself. Alright, cool. The point is, I got rid of the pop, right? So again, because we have access to the Runic cards, we don't need to rely solely on lore to prevent pops anymore, right? We can also use the Runic cards. So set 5. Battle phase. Battle phase is skipped. Alright, so let's see what he does. I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants until we can flip Skill Drain, right? Activate effect, change Skill Drain. Same column as anti-spell, by the way. Oh, you say no spells for me? Well, I say no monster effects for you, motherfucker. By the way, anti-spell hits. Normally Yubel players play Super Poly and like other spells, right? Like this one. Anti-spell is bad for himself as well. It's actually worse for him than it is for me. Because again, the only spells I play are the Labrynth reveal spells, Power Duality, and like a couple of Runic cards. But again, the Runic cards are quick plays. They don't have to be used on my turn, right? So they're gonna link into access code. Now this is a clever trick. Remember, access code can pop a card by banishing a link monster from field or graveyard. Access code can banish itself off the field and pop Skill Drain. I will not allow that. I will Karma Cannon. No access code for you. Skill Drain is staying, motherfucker. They're gonna pop. Okay. 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 Little Knight. Okay. Little Knight can't do anything because it's Skill Drain. Yep. So I'm gonna take this damage. Why do I take this damage? The reason is because if I summon a Labrynth monster, normally Yubel players play Underworld Goddess at the closed world, and they have enough links, 1, 2, 3, plus a Labrynth monster to make Underworld Goddess. So I won't allow that. I want Underworld Goddess to not be an option for them, so I wait till end phase to summon out my thing. They're gonna max C. Okay. There's my Ariana effect to search. You think it would be Skill Drain, however, I have this card called Big Welcome, which will allow me to dodge Skill Drain with Ariana. So Lady comes up, Ariana gets bounced, so now I get to search the field spell. I can't play it immediately off of this, but I can play it eventually, right? And no, Runic Destruction will not take this out because, again, it hurts him more than it hurts me. I'd rather take out Nightmare Pain. So get D-Barrier, battle. Kill this. I can't attack Little Knight because of this card. Says I must attack Yubel monsters. Now, I know I'm taking damage. I'm aware of that. But I'm doing this for a good reason, right? I don't want him to make Underworld Goddess, right? My goal is to prevent him from, on his turn, making Underworld Goddess, linking away my lady, and then swinging for game, right? Instead, I'm clearing his board, putting myself at low life points, and making him think that he has game on me. Now, why would he think he has game on me? Because now, I'm going to go ahead and main phase 2, set the field spell and D-Barrier. So now, he's not going to try to make Underworld Goddess, because from his perspective, it's pointless. He's going to go straight into battle phase. Because he believes he has a game on me, right? He's going to swing with Yubel into Lady to attempt to do 3,000 damage to me because of Nightmare Pain. However, when he declares the attack, I Ruin Destruction, take out Nightmare Pain. Yubel will crash and die. He'll take 3,000 damage. And now, yes, he could technically still make Underworld Goddess, but he lost his battle phase, right? Which means that next turn, I can get my... If he does make Underworld Goddess, I could always... I have follow-up, right? Like, via Big Welcome, and I can use the field spells to return Lady, right? So he doesn't have game. I prevented him from having game. So he brings out this Yubel, and he attempts to swing again. Oh, by the way, motherfucker, you're Skildred. You're taking damage, not me. This game is over. And I have Big Welcome in the yeah, it's so over. It is so over. I kill Little Knight, I kill Yubel, I have Lord, I have Deep Barrier to summon Lord. This game is completely over. And I have a bounce in the graveyard. It's so over. Yeah, so note that I knew, like, you have to predict what your opponent might do. If I summon Lady too prematurely, he makes Underworld Goddess using my Lady. And then I have no monsters to defend myself, right? So I purposely took damage on his turn and then on my turn to make him not go into Underworld Goddess for 2 turns, right? Because Underworld Goddess would have been very problematic for me. All right, duel number 9. We have Labrynth versus Labrynth. It's a Labrynth mirror matchup. Oh, but it is a strictly inferior Labrynth build to mine. Oh, where do I begin? First of all, he's playing Furnitures. LOL! Now, to be fair, Furnitures are okay if you're playing Rollback. But I only see 1 copy of Rollback, so he's already playing too few Rollback. He needs at least 2 Rollbacks to make Furniture card worth it, number 1. Number 2, maxing out Furniture ratios is wrong. Maxing out Ariana ratios is wrong. 1 Extravagance, 2 Nadir. He wants to play Dogmatica. It's fine. Cross out Designator for Ash? Really? Is that the only... Like, why don't you have a second Call by the Grave? Like, my guy, you should not be worried about Ash. Ash Blossom... And I hate Labrynth players that are afraid of Ash. Ash does nothing to Labrynth. People think that, oh, Ash is like the counter to Labrynth. It's not. Ash does absolutely nothing. It only does something if you don't know how to build Labrynth or play Labrynth. Then Ash will make you, like, rage quit, right? But against a Lab player that actually knows what to do, Labrynth does not, Ash does nothing. Let's see what else. We have Summon Limit. Okay, a single... What I'm not seeing on this profile is I'm not seeing Simultaneous Equation Cannons. Where is Simultaneous Equation Cannons, my guy? Where are they? I don't see them anywhere. And because of that, you will lose, right? Stop. Like, which, again, in the Labrynth Mirror, whoever resolves Simultaneous Equation Cannon just wins the game. It's that simple. I will be going first, I believe. So I'm going to open up here with no engine. No Labrynth engine. That sucks. But, I do have set 4. I don't know what my opponent is. If it's Tenpai, I have protection against back row blowout because I can use this to summon Hugin, right? To protect my back row. Alright, let's see what they do. Normal Ecclesia, Search Punishment. Not bad. And then Battle. Sure, I can't stop that. Well, I could with Karma Cannon, but it's not worth it to Karma Cannon right now. Set 5. Alright, cool. I'm not going to set a card because I want to be able to draw a welcome in the future and set it, right? Because I don't want to prematurely use anything. End phase. These big welcomes. Summon Lovely, bounce Ecclesia. Ooh. Lovely 1. Chain Equation Cannons. The game is over. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. Do I have a rank 5? Yes, I do. And I have a level 3 fusion. 8 minus 5, 3. So he's going to max C. Again, it's not going to change the calculus at all, right? He discards a card. Instead of 13 minus 8, it's a 12 minus 8. So it's rank 4 is in a level 4, right? So rank 4 is level 4. Lovely. Return. Vanish. So let's see what I just took out. I took out his Lovely, which is a 1 of. And then a bunch of cards that are garbage. Turns out this guy's playing 1 punishment. So his only card in hand is Ecclesia that can't even search punishment. And I have Ice Dragons. I obviously didn't set Solemn Strike. Again, I didn't know I would need to, right? Well, technically Solemn Strike could Solemn Strike Ecclesia if she tries to search punishment, right? He's just going to scoop. Yeah, game is ogre. It's that simple. Play Equation Cannons, my guy. Literally copy my deck list. It'll make you a better Labrynth player. It'll make you a better duelist. It'll make you better everything. Yeah. Ecclesias, garbage. Furniture, garbage. Punishment, garbage. Just hand traps, absolute like giga garbage, right? There's no point in playing hand traps in this format. Like, if you guys ever see my deck list or just pay attention to the cards I draw, I don't draw hand traps. I don't draw evenly matched. I don't draw Seer Mode. I don't draw Lava Golem. None of those cards are necessary in this format. Because Equation Cannons just does everything you could possibly want. Why would you want more than this, right? Equation Cannons, D-Barriers, Solemn Strikes. Like, what more do you want, right? Duel number 10, we have Labrynth versus Fire King Snake Eye. Oh, I remember this duel. Oh, you're going to enjoy this one. You are absolutely going to enjoy this. Fire King Snake Eye. Normally a problem because, again, a lot of trap cards pop and have destroy effects. But again, Simultaneous Equation Cannons, and of course, we also have Ice Dragon's Prison, gives us the ability to banish their cards, which is what we want. Alright, so they're going to go first. Courtier, Avatar, Kirin, Ponix. I don't really know what the full combo of Fire Kings is. All I know is they end on maybe an Appaloosa, maybe the elephant, the one that has the monster negate, right? They end on some stuff. I don't know. I don't really care. None of this matters. All these cards are pointless. Okay. Well, sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ambler Whale. Oh, Ambler Whale. Okay, so Princess in Graveyard, Ambler Whale, so pop, summon pop, a monster negate, and then this thing does something in the graveyard, like whatever. Yeah. Decent end board, not bad. By the way, Trap Trick is just Equation Cannons, by the way. So let's activate Lord, see if we can bait this monster negate. They do not bait it, but again, if we got it, we can just use a runic card to protect our back row, right? So either way, our back row is safe, right? Let's go ahead and grab Flashing Fire. We banish Snake Eyes Ash. Damn. It's a 1-of, by the way. So one of the cool things about the runic cards, if you go first, especially if you open runic tip, right? You get to banish one card off the top of your opponent's deck. You might banish a really important card, like in this case, the 1-of copy of Snake Eye Ash. That completely just kills their engine immediately, right? Like any follow-up like involving Snake Eye Ash or like the Diabell Star stuff, right, is just completely shut down. Just by accident because I play Runic Tip. How crazy is that? But also, if you're going first and you don't know what deck they're playing, Runic Tip will literally like grab a random card from the top of their deck and show it to you, right? So you can see what they're playing. Like if Runic Tip banishes like Aluber, oh, they're playing fucking Granted, I know to use D-Barrier for fusions, right? Or like you see what I mean? Like it lets you peek at your opponent's deck a little bit and get some insight about what they're playing. This is very, very useful. Very useful. Anyway, so I hit their Ash. This is hilarious, right? Goodbye, Ash. Set 4. I don't use set Runic Destruction because I need space for Trap Trick to put my equation cannons, right? Alright, I'm just going to let them go to battle phase. So they're going to link into Nightmare Phoenix, which is hilarious because Lord is protecting my back row. Again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players not reading cards. So they discard Diabell Star and nothing happens. Battle phase. Why did I pop this card? I popped this card because they have no monsters I can use Equation Cannons on. So I pop Ambler Whale, which is their biggest beater, which can attack over Lord. But also, by popping a fire monster, it allows them to trigger all their... what did I banish? I banished Wanted and Skyburn. Not bad, not bad. But look what happens. So now, because I popped the fire monster, they get to put a bunch of monsters on the field during their battle phase. That's cool. Alright. And then this is going to pop this card. Cool. And that's going to go ahead and summon the thing. They tried to pop, but obviously Lord was protecting it. Anyway, there's still battle phase. Trap Trick into Equation Cannons. So let's count, shall we? Let's do some maths. So Trap Trick goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Do I have a rank 6? Yes, I do. So let's go ahead and send rank 6 to level 2. Banish all that shit. Goodbye. Oh, satisfying. Look at that. Goodbye Island. Goodbye this guy. Goodbye Garunix. Like, goodbye Sunlight Wolf. Sunlight Wolf gets recycled often, right? I just completely nuked their follow-up. Now, do I summon Lord? No, I do not summon Lord because if I summon Lord, Promethean Princess will recycle pop Lord. So I will not be using Lord this turn. But it doesn't matter because they just scoop, right? So, again, this Equation Cannons just insta wins you the game. Play it. If you are not playing Equation Cannons, you are a chump. Like, why are you making Yu-Gi-Oh harder for yourself? Just fucking play it. Especially if you're a Labrynth player, you have no excuse not to play it. It's searchable off your main engine, right? Like, yeah, absolutely cracked. Duel number 11, we have what is this? Labrynth versus Voiceless Voice. Ah, yes. I believe I remember. Yeah, I remember this duel. This is this is a funny duel. It is not an Equations Cannon duel, but it is a funny duel, as you'll soon see. Or is it Equation Cannons? I forget. All right, going first. Lord set 4. You love to see it. Okay. I'm gonna welcome. They're gonna Ash. Okay, that's fine. They're gonna get the thing. I'm gonna trap trick into D barrier because I can just call rituals and end their turn, right? Summon Lord, set big welcome. They're gonna attempt to ritual summon. I'm gonna say no via D barrier. Call rituals. Goodbye. They're gonna set 1 and pass. Now, do I use Runic Destruction on this card? No, I do not. Why? Because I don't really know what it is. If it's imperm, it's not in a relevant column. If it's called by the grave, it doesn't matter. So I don't know or care what this card is. I'd rather save Runic Destruction for if one of the Voiceless Voices continuous spell traps, which do have very good effects, right? But also, if I use Runic Destruction, I skip my battle phase. But if I do that, then I miss the opportunity to potentially have game. Remember, Lord on field with big welcome is game. Lord swing, big welcome, a lovely bounce Lord, pop a card, lovely swing, Lord resummons, and you have OTK, right? So I don't want to miss on an opportunity. So I want to see if they can stop the OTK, right? So let's see if they can stop the OTK. I draw Rivalry, which is great. Attack, bam, big welcome. They can't stop the OTK because they have a second Ash. Ash number 2, by the way. So they have 2 Ashes, and yet I still have a strong board, right? Okay, that's negated. I'm going to set Rivalry. Rivalry is amazing versus Voiceless Voice because all their shit is different types. This is a dragon. They have fairies. They have a warrior. Rivalry is cracked. All right, so they're going to go ahead and ritual summon this guy. So they send a fairy and a dragon to the graveyard, right? For Skull Guardian. This guy is a warrior. His attack is 2050. Is gains by 2050 if he has a low in graveyard or field, which he will have, which is enough to attack over Lord. And the negate only happens if there's a low on the field. So, I'm going to go ahead and Trenchal this. So he's going to do some stuff. Trenchal, because I want to kill this guy, and I want to put use Welcome to recycle, because he has no more Ashes, right? This is why Ash is garbage against Labrynth. Does nothing. So kill those. Low is on the field. He gets the dragon. I'm going to go ahead and this effect to summon, this effect to place a thing, and then this effect to recycle, and then Rivalry. So Rivalry means he's locked in the fairies. He can't summon. This guy's a warrior. He can't summon any of the other rituals. He can't summon the dragons, right? So he's locked in the fairies, which is not good for Voiceless Voice to be locked in the fairies. So here's Welcome for follow-up. He plays this card, which he has 2 effects. He can't use the second effect because the second effect requires him to have ritual monsters. He doesn't have it. So the only effect he has is the first one, right? I don't know if this is 1 of or if it's 3 of. I think it's a 1 of in Voiceless Voice. But anyway, so now that he has a card worth popping via destruction, I will wait till he activates his effect because it's once per turn. If he activates his effect, he wants to shuffle a thing to do a thing. I'm going to go ahead and say no to that. Destruction on that. And then let's see what I banish. I banish a couple good cards, right? But yeah, he scoops instantly because he can't stop a Welcome. Welcome can bring out Lovely. Lovely will reset D barrier, right? Yeah, this game is just over in so many ways. Like there's nothing you can do, right? Low's gonna die. He has no follow up. It's just completely yeah. He's toast. All right, we got duel number 12. Labrynth versus True Draco. Oh yeah, so True Draco has made a comeback, mostly due to the fact that Masterpiece is now unlimited at 3 copies. Yeah, I have a bunch of Doomsayers, friends of mine, Yu-Gi-Oh players who from back in the day, who are traumatized by Masterpiece, and yeah, they told me that Masterpiece coming back in Master Duel is a big problem, and it's going to take over the meta, and yet it's not because it sucks. Like, True Draco Masterpiece is just strictly worse than Labrynth, as you'll soon see. If I go second, he does a thing to pop a card, Draconic Diagram, pops a card, pops another card, gets this, sets 3, and then summons a Dynamite, okay? And then he's going to activate lose 1 turn, which basically negates special summon monsters. Again, it's a floodgate that has yet to be limited, because it's very niche, but again, we don't care about it because we don't special summon that often, or use, like we don't care about losing 1 turn, basically. Anyway, Ariana effect, search. He's going to attempt to skill drain Ariana, because Ariana is not tribute summon, so I'm just gonna chain destruction and pop this. Let's take that out, and then that banishes. Let's see what we banish. We banish Ignis Heat, and we banish There Can Be Only One. Cool, that's great for us. There Can Be Only One is at 1, okay. And then they're gonna do this thing. Okay, we're gonna get Big Welcome Labyrinth, then we're gonna activate Lord, set 4, pass. Now let's do a quick calculation for equation cannons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards on field. He's a level 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. We can use it. However, when he draws a card, it's no longer live, right? So we need 1 fewer card on the board. So he's going to pop this, and actually he's going to search Masterpiece. So this is actually good because Masterpiece is easier to resolve equation cannons on. He's going to pop Ariana. That's fine. You're right. So now he's going to do some stuff. Nothing gets popped. All right. So this is all expected, right? So cards on field: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 6 here is 3. So a rank 3 with a level 3. However, he chains Dynamite, which is going to send another card. So it's actually 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. So rank 4 is with a level 2, right? Again, because Masterpiece is immune because he tributed a spell and a trap. He is immune to spell trap effects, but he is not immune to monster effects. And he is not immune to just being destroyed by battle. And guess what? He's a 2950 attack monster, and all my monsters are 3Ks. So I literally don't care about Masterpiece. He's a worthless card, right? So he's going to go ahead and put this on the field. So yeah, we send rank 4s with level 2. We banish everything except Masterpiece because Masterpiece is immune to trap effects. But it doesn't matter because he has no resources left. I have a Lord. I'm going to set Karma Cannon. By the way, Karma Cannon can out Masterpiece, right? He's immune to trap effects, but Karma Cannon will make it so that it flips. But then there's no actual. But then he just sends it to the graveyard, right? So he can't attack over Lord. He can attempt to pop Lord, but then I have a Karma Cannon and I have a Big Welcome for. I have follow up, right? Is the point. In fact, if he targets Lord to pop, I can chain Big Welcome to have Lord dodge the pop because it's right. It's once per turn tribute summon tribute a card. Banish a card to target a card to pop it. So if he targets Lord to pop, I chain Big Welcome. Lord dodges the pop. Big Lovely comes out. Lovely pops Masterpiece because Masterpiece is not immune to monster effects. So again, there's no So he pops equation cannons. It doesn't matter. And then he just scoops because he knows that it's over, right? He can't swing into Lord. As soon as he goes end phase, I Big Welcome into Lovely. Lovely's gonna pop Masterpiece, and then he's toast. And then Lord comes back to hand. So yeah, True Draco with full power Masterpiece Draconic Diagram, nowhere near as powerful. Does not stand a chance to Labrynth. Wouldn't stand a chance to other decks in the format possibly because again you do have access to floodgates, but against Labrynth it is strictly the inferior trap deck. Duel number 13, we have Labrynth versus Gimmick Puppet. So yeah, Gimmick Puppets have been a thing. Recently they got their new support. They can now FTK. I have no idea how the Gimmick Puppet FTK works. I'm not going to pretend to know. If you're a Gimmick Puppet enjoyer or understand how the FTK works, feel free to comment down in the comment section. But I don't care. But I do go second. So according to an FTK, if I'm going second and I don't interrupt them, I just lose the game instantly, right? That's what an FTK means. FTK means first turn kill, which means I don't even get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And they kill me, right? So that's what I think is going to happen. So again, I've never have personally witnessed the Gimmick Puppet FTK. I've never been a victim to it. So even though I'm going second with no out interruptions against Gimmick Puppet, even though I think that, hey, maybe I'm just going to die here, I still want to see what it looks like, right? Just so I can know how they managed to dish out 8,000 damage. I mean, if this guy misplays, I don't know, because obviously he does not FTK me. But if y'all know how the FTK works or what he did wrong, feel free to comment down below, because I honestly don't know, right? All I know is that I'm going to win this duel, even though I'm going second, even though I have no interruptions, right? Cool. Oh, now he's playing. He's playing a King Sark package. Cool. With the Horus cards, okay. All right, so he just burned me for 3,000 damage. Okay. Why am I only taking 3,000 damage? Did he use prosperity? No, he didn't. There's no prosperity in the game anymore. So he ends the game or his turn only doing 3,000 damage to me. So I was under the impression that an FTK means I lose the game, that I take 8,000 damage, right? So clearly not. Again, if you know how this guy messed up, feel free to tell me. None of these cards seem limited, so I don't know what he could why he didn't FTK me, but I don't know. I have no idea what this deck does. It allegedly FTKs, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and draw Equation Cannons. He's gonna instant Max C, which is hilarious because it does nothing to me. All right, let's go ahead and set 5. Rivalry is kind of pointless because they're all machines, but Horus cards are not machines, and if he has any cards in his deck like Little Knight, he can't go into them, right? Under Rivalry. So yeah, we do have an Equation Cannons, right? When we have a level 6 and a rank 9. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 8. So Cannon is already live. But I'm going to let him do some stuff before... wait, am I? No. I'm going to shotgun it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. I could do 12 minus 9 is 3 for rank 3, or 12 minus 8 is rank 4. It doesn't matter. I end up doing the Xyz monster, which is 12 minus 9 is 3. So rank 3 is with a level 6, right? So that's all banished. Okay. Now he's going to do some stuff. Maybe I should have waited. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the FTK works. I was afraid that maybe if I let him have a turn, maybe he would FTK me somehow using some burn effects. Like maybe he used this effect. I don't know. That's why I shotgunned Equation Cannons. Should I have waited? Possibly. But again, I don't know how this deck really works. My opponent's deck. So they're going to do some stuff. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and torrential here because I don't want him to go into any Xyz. And cool, so he has nothing else. And the Gold Sark will do nothing here for him. Oh, Trap Trick, great. So I can go into Welcome. And he's just gonna scoop. Yeah, I mean, I just have so many interruptions. He's basically because of Rivalry, he's never going to get a Gimmick Puppet and a Horus card at the same time. So if he goes Horus first, he's locked out of Gimmick Puppets. Also, ironic that this dude's name is Ban Max C, and yeah, he's using Max C. So maybe you should follow what you preach. And before you say, well, you have to play Max C because it's just a broken card. I don't play Max C, and yet I'm like the best player on Master Duel. So I'm the best player in the universe. So yeah, clearly you can be the best and win hard without Max C. So if you really hate Max C this much, which I personally don't, I don't care if Max C stays at 3. In fact, they could leave Max C's at 3, the Molcharm is at 3, they can leave all those shit at 3, Shifter at 3, whatever, I don't care. I'll still win because Labrynth best deck. Alright. Duel number 14, we have Labrynth versus Dinos. So the ironic part of the Dinosaur deck is that if we actually look at his extra deck, only like 2 cards are Dinosaurs. We have a Fairy, a Cyburst, a Fiend, a Warrior, a Thunder, a Beast, a Cyburst, Machine, Dragon, Warrior, and then 2 Dinosaurs. So they have 2 Dinosaur boss monsters, and actually this dude's probably more of an extender. This guy, dude looks more like a boss monster, and then 1 boss monster in their main deck via Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, right? So yeah, the reason I mentioned this is because you would think that a deck that plays Dinosaurs would not lose to Rivalry of Warlords. That's a little bit of a spoiler as to how this duel's gonna turn out. But yeah, I am gonna flip Rivalry on him, and then he's gonna like be able to not do anything, which is very sad because you're a fucking dinosaur deck. Why are you losing a Rivalry? Like normally goes in match hits the dinosaur deck the hardest because all their dinos are different attributes. But no, this guy is gonna literally lose to. So he's gonna pop 2 cards and then try to summon this worm. I'm like, oh, that's a worm, you say? All right, Rivalry, no worm for you. So he just pops 2 of his cards in hand, gets nothing out of it. I guess he gets a baby pop, like whatever. He pops another baby, pops a 3rd baby. He attempts to attack me. I'm gonna go ahead and big welcome. There's a Maxi. I don't care. And then he just gonna scoop. But he can't out the Rivalry, so yeah, just scoop. But yeah, it's just very sad that the optimal way to play dinos is to summon non-dinos, right? It's like, why couldn't you go into an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno line? Like, why do you have to rely on your extra deck, right? Isn't Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, isn't that the OG Dino boss? Like, you can't you make that under Rivalry? Yes, you can, right? But he won't. Anyway, rule number 15, we have Labrynth versus Tenpai. So he's running 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster. So yes, actually, so this guy only has 2 ways to out my back row, and again, remember, I have 6 ways to stop my back row from being outed. So this is a 2-turn game. But wait, didn't I say that I wasn't gonna show boring duels, against Tenpai? Well, this is not an instant scoop game. It is 2 turns, but it is not a game where my opponent instant scoops. So as you'll soon see. We have Lord and we have Labrynth. We have 2 ways of protecting our back row. That's cool. So Lord Tip is going to go ahead and grab Flashing Fire, and it's going to banish Tenpai. So we do get Flashing Fire, and we do banish his Genroku, which is pretty cool. There's the field spell. So yeah, the field spell makes it so that his dragons are immune to activated effects during the main phase, but not to Solemn Strike. So if he attempts to Synchro Summon, if you Solemn Strike the Synchro Summon, it's technically not on the field, which means that the field spell does not protect it. Alright, so go ahead and do your thing. Yep. Hyman. Tundra. Here's the rank level 10, which I'm gonna Solemn Strike to negate the summon. Which means it was never on the field, so this does not protect it. Goodbye. I'm gonna go ahead and get Lord out. So if he has Feather Duster here, I have Flashing Fire to protect, right? Summon a Runic. Okay. He's gonna go ahead and do this thing. Yep. He's gonna go ahead and synchro into this guy. Yep. Summon this guy, and then I'm gonna torrential. Goodbye. Yeah, and then he just scoops. GG. So yeah, so the level 10 synchro is the only one you really have to worry about, because if he gets to the battle phase with it on the field, then it has an effect that says I cannot activate card effects in the battle phase, right? So if we look at their deck, they only have 1 of the level 10 monsters, right? Which means if you Solemn Strike the summon, it's Ogre, and like they could never summon it ever again, right? Which is actually great. So they usually have 2 level 7s and 1 level 10. Yeah, if you Solemn Strike and negate the summon, if you prevent the summon from happening, it's basically like you don't need D-Bear, you just win like instantly, right? Anyway, so that's 15. Duel number 16. We have Labrynth versus what appears, Gimmick Puppet. Once again, this time I do go first. Again, I still don't know what this deck does, right? If you want to tell me, please tell me what's the choke point to stop Gimmick Puppets. What should I be hitting? Feel free to tell me in the comment section, because I'm probably playing suboptimal here. Because I don't know enough about this deck. I haven't played it against it enough to know what it does. So Ariana, let's get welcome. Okay, so it's set 4 where we have the field spell. Alright, Sun's a puppet. Another puppet. Okay. So before he can use this effect, I attempt to Ice Dragons to banish this card, right? Because he milled this card to the graveyard, which means. So my theory is, all right, this is clearly some kind of extender / combo like Igniter. I thought, all right, well, he milled this card to the graveyard using a card effect, so he wants it to be in the graveyard for some reason, right? And he obviously wants this on the field, so I'm just gonna Ice Dragons and get rid of both of them, and then just see what he does from there. Like maybe this is the wrong point, I don't know, but he does Ghost Bell, so he's gonna stop Ice Dragons, which is surprising because I don't see Ghost Bells often. So I'm just gonna go ahead and welcome, pop this dude, and then let's get a pop and a draw. Said big welcome. Let's pop this card. So we pop a normal summon. So he hasn't used a normal summon yet. Okay. Again, I don't know what this deck does. Oh, so here's the field spell. There's a level 4. So I know he needs a level 8 to make his rank 8s, right? All right. So we have 4 monsters on the field, and now 1 becomes level 8, and I'm gonna Karma Cannon. Now again, I believe this will end his turn because he can't link. Can't Xyz, and he only has room for 1 more slot on the board. Now, if he still has plays, then I could always trap trick into, I don't know, Simultaneous Equation Cannons, for example, right? But I think this will just end his turn. I don't know. So I was correct in thinking that this would end his turn. So I make a small little mistake here. I forget. Again, I don't know this deck. Yeah, so this card says, given puppets cannot be destroyed by battle, right? So I technically should be taking out this field spell first. So I'm going to go ahead and reset Karma Cannon because obviously it did tons of work for me, right? I'm going to go ahead and battle. Again, I forget that this is actually protects you from battle. I forgot about that. So then I read the field spell. I big welcome, take out this field spell, and then Lovely's going to go ahead and take out some cards. I'm going to actually take out the card in their hand because I believe it might be a combo starter. Let's take out this guy. Let's take out this guy. So now they have 2 level 4s. And then I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to Trap Trick and then grab D-Barrier. So Lady's going to search D-Barrier to call Exceed. Actually, not D-Barrier because I have one in hand. I would actually grab Ice Dragon's Prison and then I will Trap Trick into Equation Cannons. So then I have D-Barrier to stop Xyz. I have Equation Cannons to banish your field. I'll have Ice Dragon's Prison to just banish some stuff, right? So basically, I mean, it's over, right? Like, there's nothing you can do. I have too many interruptions. Yeah, game is ogre. All right, 17 turn duel. Wow. Duel number 17. It's funny. Duel number 17. There's a 17 turn duel. Labrynth versus Tenpai. So why is this a 17 turn duel? You'll soon see. But the hilarious thing here is that this guy is actually running a Dragoon package, which kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, let's say you're Tenpai, you're forced to go first. They just go 2 bodies, heals, pass. Or they could go 2 bodies, Anaconda, Dragoon. Why not, right? Why the fuck not? So this duel is interesting because it turns out it ends up being a grind game, but not in a way that's good for them, right? In a way that... So this guy gets very lucky, which is why it becomes a grind game. But you can't win a grind game against so I lose a coin toss. He chooses for me to go first. Not a great opening hand. Not gonna lie. Not great. So I'm gonna Lord Ariana into the field spell. Then we have Welcome and Solemn. So we have like 3 interruptions, right? 2 pops via the Welcome, and then the big Welcome and the field spell, and then we have a Solemn Strike. Not great, but not bad. It's technically playable. Paw Desires. So he does run Desires, which is funny because he's running Desires with Dragoon package. Like, what if he banishes one of the 3 bricks, and then the other 2 bricks are still in his deck anyway? So he's gonna Desires, banish 10 of his cards, draw 2. Here comes a Chandra. I'm going to allow this. I'm going to big welcome here. He has Ash, so of course he does. So he banishes 10 cards, but he still has an Ash. Okay, that's fine. Now he's going to Xyz into Bident, and I'm going to say no to that. So no Bident for you. And now I'm going to summon Lord. He's going to Max C. By the way, he banished 10 cards. He still managed to open Max C and Ash, by the way. Here's Trap Trick. He's going to Kaiman. Okay. Alright, and he opens Feather Duster. So not only does this motherfucker open Ash, Maxi, and Feather Duster, but none of them were banished off of Paw Pot of Desire. Now, to be fair, there's only one Feather Duster. The other 2 cards at 3 copies, Maxi and Ash. But the fact that he has all these is very lucky on his part. It's the reason why this game ends up taking longer than it needs to be, right? Because, again, I did not have a great opening hand, so I basically just have to grind game this out, right? I'm going to go ahead and kill this. So, I love Draco Utopian Aura because you just negate their normal summon, and it's pretty much over. So, we're in, like, top deck territory right now, right? So, he's going to Kaiman, search Pydra, summon Pydra. I'm going to say no to that. Draco Utopian, goodbye. So, let's recap. Right now, I've destroyed 2 of his Pydras. 2 of his Kaimans are in the graveyard. 1 of his Chundras in the graveyard. And 10 of his banished cards are unknown. But note, he banished 10, but he still had 2 Kaimans and 2 Pydras. Very interesting. And a Feather Duster, by the way. So even though I do kind of get lucky with these top decks, my opening hand was not that great to begin with. And this dude got extremely lucky with his deck, right? He has 19 cards left in deck, right? So let's go ahead and swing. And I'm going to set another Draco Utopian. I love this card. It's just discount Solemn Strike, right? So he's going to Raigeki my dude. That's fine. All right, we have a welcome. Cool. We can actually play Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Right? So he's going to normal Chundra. He's going to attempt to do a thing. I'm going to say no to that. So, to recap, after banishing 10 cards from his deck, he still has 2 Chundras, 2 Pydras, right? And 2 Kaimans. So, he still has, like, most of his engine, despite banishing 10 from his deck. So, I'm going to welcome. And, of course, he has Ash. Let's not forget, folks, that he ashed me the first time I tried a big welcome. So, not only does he Pot of Desires banish 10 cards from his deck, but he was able to see 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Chundras, 1 Maxi, 1 Feather Duster, the one and only Feather Duster, 2 Pydras, and 2 Kaimans, despite banishing 10 from the top. Like, how lucky is this guy? Let's be honest. Like, actually insanely lucky. Alright, so we're going to use Runic Tip here to grab Flashing Fire. And look, okay, so I do banish his 3rd Kaiman, but the fact that he still had 3 Kaiman, despite Desires banishing 10 cards from his deck, he didn't banish a single copy of Kaiman. So I finally got his 3rd Kaiman with my Runic Tip. And again, this is another reason why I love the Runic cards. Like, sometimes you just snipe like that one of that they need, right? So I'm gonna set Runic Flashing Fire here. Alright, we draw your Runic Destruction. I'm not going to use it to pop his back row, because I assume his back row are useless cards like Imperm, Called by the Grave, or Droplet, right? So I'm going to set Destruction. He's going to play Heavy Storm. Now, let's recap one more time. Oh, and he's going to chain Max C. Let's recap one more time for those of you who have not been paying attention. This dude opened Pot of Desires, banished 10 cards from their deck. Okay? Was still able, from after his banishes, right? Where is it? He was able to see 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Chundras, 2 Maxis, 2 Kaiman, the 1-of copy of Harpy's Feather Duster in his entire deck, the 1-of copy of Heavy Storm in his entire deck, despite getting 10 banished, right? And the 3rd Kaiman, I just, like, if I didn't banish it off Runic Tip, he would literally just be top decking it right now, which would be very bad for me, right? How absolutely absurd is this? That, right? Crazy. Alright, so I use Flashing Fire to summon Hugin, and I keep Destruction. The reason I keep Destruction is because I have yet to see a single copy of the Field Spell. So if I see the Field Spell, I'd rather destroy the Field Spell. Also, Destruction banishes 4 off the top, right? So I destroy. So Heavy Storm protects my Destruction, and it kills his own cards. So he loses Imperm, Droplet, and Cross Out. Again, all 3 of these cards are useless against me, right? Well, actually, in the grind game, Imperm can be annoying into Ariana. So Rivalry doesn't do much here, so kind of pointless. So this card here, I'm going to assume is is imperm. So I top deck Ariana. If this card is imperm, it's just gonna drag the game out. So I decided, you know what? Fuck waiting for the field spell. I'm just gonna Runic Destruction this card. This Droplet. Now let's look at the top 4 cards that I banished. The Red Eyes Black Dragon, the 2 Red Reboots. Red Reboot is at 2, and the 1 of Copy of Magnum. So this motherfucker, after Pod of Desires, still had both copies of Red Reboot. His 1 of Dragoon Brick. His 1 of Magnamut. All 3 copies of Kaiman. He still had his 1 of Heavy Storm. His 1 of Harpy's Feather Duster. 2 copies of Chandra. 2 copies of Pydra. That begs the question, what the fuck did this motherfucker banish from these 10 cards? I really would like to see these 10 cards because this guy is one of the luckiest Tenpai players I've ever seen in terms of his top deck ability and like, yeah. The fact that he was not punished at all for Pot of Desires is mind-blowing to me. So big welcome. And then we're going to go ahead and pop a card in hand. Reset. Welcome. Goodbye. Cyframe Gamma. Oh, but wait, there's more. Pot of Desires. He banishes 10 off the top of his deck and still has his 1 of copy of Cyframe Gear Gamma. What the fuck? Please, at least tell me Driver is in this pile. Can Driver at least be in this pile? For the love of God, like why does he still have? Well, I guess Driver must be because he didn't chain Gamma to actually he could not chain Gamma because I did Lady Lovely 1 welcome 2. So welcome chain block Lovely, so he couldn't even Gamma anyway. But please tell me at least his Driver is gone. Also, this dude has 7 cards left in his deck and he still hasn't scooped. FYI. Despite not having any more Kaiman. Like despite yeah, this is insane. Anyway, Ariana. Yeah, this game is just over. So yeah, I would argue that this Tenpai player got extremely lucky. Lucky that my opening hand was not too great, but also lucky with the fact that he played Pot of Desires and it almost didn't hurt his deck in any way whatsoever. Like, oh, that's crazy to me. Pot of Desires honestly should manage 15 cards off the top now. Like, it should be errata to banish 15, not 10, because like the fact that he was literally not affected at all by Pot of Desires is bonkers to me, right? like the nerve of this guy, right? Anyway, so despite a Tenpai player getting really lucky, he still loses because a Tenpai player can't win a grind game against Labrynth. It's just not happening, right? All right, duel number 18. We have Labrynth versus Mikanko. People still be playing Mikanko. Okay, 60 card Mikanko it appears to be. I do go first, so I'm just gonna set 4 pass. Runic Destruction is essentially back row protection, right? You can summon Hugin. Alright, so the hilarious thing about Mikanko is if you don't have a monster on your shield, they can't OTK you. They're an OTK deck that can only OTK if you have a monster. So they usually kaiju you, or they just attack whatever monster you put. Or if you have a monster in your graveyard, they'll revive a monster from your graveyard to their field, to your field, and then attack you. The fact that that had no monster means he just passes, right? He has a bunch of monsters that I can't kill in battle, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna Runic Destruction here. Why do I do this? Because I have Equation Cannons I want to resolve. Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. I can't use Equation Cannons. But if I Destruction and take out 2 cards from the field. Oh, and by the way, I hit Feather Duster. Nice. Yeah. This is why the Runic cards they're very useful, right? Runic decks are awful. Like anyone that actually uses a Runic engine like deserves to die, but using like a little bit of Runic just for like utility purposes, like protecting back row, like, or the one-off pop, right? Actually, like respectable cards, like they're good cards. Anyway, so now that I've popped the card, now I can do some math here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. So rank 4 is with level 2. Banish everything, and then yeah, he scoops. Lady comes down. Trap trick. Trap trick into big welcome, right? Chain Lady set to Karma Cannon. Big welcome will bounce Lady. Lovely will pop card in hand. Yeah, this game is over. It's just completely over. Yeah, imagine playing Mikanko in 2024, almost 2025. Duel number 19. We have Labrynth versus Chimera. Oh, I remember this duel very well. I completely demolished this guy in every way imaginable. Like, the amount of, like, trauma that I'm about to cause this individual is literally, like, insurmountable, right? This dude will remember this duel for the rest of his life. That's how traumatic it is, right? Now, not only do I open D-Barrier, which just destroys Chimera, but I also open Simultaneous Equations, which, by the way, all their Chimeras are levels like 6, between level 6 and 9, right? So very easy to resolve, right? So I'm gonna set 5 pass. So I see a Coatl, I immediately know it's Chimera. I don't shotgun D-Barrier. I wait for him to play Chimera Fusion first. Then you chain this and call fusions. So let's go ahead and get my lady out. I'll let him draw 2. It doesn't matter. Maxi means nothing to me. Here's this. Here's that. Okay. So he's going to Chimera Fusion. I'm going to chain D-Barrier and call fusions. Note, I am not going to chain Lady. Notice I'm not chaining Lady. Why is that? Because I want to search my second copy of D-Barrier, but the way Lady's effect works is when you chain Lady to a normal trap, you must search a normal trap of a different name, right? So if I open D-Barrier, I cannot chain Lady and search a second D-Barrier. So I'm going to hold Lady's effect for later when I chain to one of my other cards, like Trap Trick. Well, obviously, like, if Ice Dragons and Equation Cannons ends up not being used, then it'll be Trap Trick, right? And then I can get my second copy of D-Barrier. Because I know for a fact this dude has a second copy of Chimera Fusion because they always have 2 copies. And he's going to set one. This is a quick play. He can use it on my turn, right? I know for a fact. So there it is. So I'm on end phase. I'm going to Trap Trick, chain Lady, and set D-Barrier. So this is not an imperm column because he set these 2 cards with by avoiding my columns. So he might be afraid that I have imperm, which means these are not imperms, right? Trap Trick is going to go ahead and get regular welcome because I already used big welcome this turn. Regular welcome is going to bring out Lovely. By the way, so even if I didn't have the second D-Barrier, Lovely can literally recycle this D-Barrier, right? So yeah. So he does get 3 draws off Maxi. It doesn't matter. He's going to Chimera Fusion. I'm going to instantly D-Barrier, call fusions, and then Lovely is going to go ahead and set a card. I'm going to get Karma Cannon. Battle. Bam. Bam. I'm going to attempt to recycle D-Barrier. He's going to chain Veiler. I'm going to chain Big Welcome to bounce Lovely to dodge Veiler. LOL! So 2 Chimera Fusions are now engraved, folks, by the way. And this card says, during your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you have Chimera on your field or graveyard, you can recycle this card. So without Chimera, this card is literally stuck in the graveyard forever, right? So now, so I'm literally going to bounce my own Lovely to set D-Barrier here. He's just going to scoop. That's what I'm saying by traumatizing, right? All 3 of his Chimera Fusions are going to be in the grave without doing anything, and he'll never be able to see them ever again. The main way he accesses his extra deck is just completely, like... And even if he somehow does put out a monster, I have Equation Cannons. So again, this dude just got completely and utterly demolished in every way possible. It's like he had Maxi draw 3, he had Effect Veiler, didn't matter. Like, it's just there was literally nothing he could do, right? It was just completely ogre. It was completely Kashtira ogre. All right, duel number 20. Labrynth versus Horus. What is this? Labrynth versus Dogmatica Horus. Okay, yeah. So he has like Dogmatic Engine, Horus Engine, and some back row like Floodgates and stuff. Okay, I can see this deck being very good against Tenpai, right? Because you have 3 Floodgates to stop Tenpai. You have a bunch of monsters that are protected by King's Sarcophagus. You have like Droll, right? Droll can. This looks like a very anti-Tenpai deck. This dude looks like he built this deck specifically for dealing with Tenpai, is what it looks like. Anyway, all right, so let's get into that. So I do go second. He's going to put Nadir Servant. As soon as I see this, I'm like, is this a Labrynth deck? So I'm like, who opens Nadir Servant? Like, it's not many decks do, right? Because he locks out of the extra deck. So, Secret Village of the Spellcasters. That's very interesting. So the thing about Secret Village is, because I just saw this dude's deck, it locks him out of using his Horus, his King's Sarcophagus, right? Well, actually no, because as long as it's on the field. But like, if I take out this Ecclesia, he can't use King Sark anymore. So I don't even bother setting the field spell. There's no point. Okay, I'll take the damage, sure. End phase. Let's get our lovely out. Actually, no. I don't go to lovely because I know his punishment, right? If I lovely, he's gonna pop 2. I don't want him to pop 2. So again, I still think I might be against a Labrynth player. So here's this. So he's Solemn Judgments. That's very interesting. So D-Bear, I call Fusions, just in case he has a set Super Poly. Oh, he can't even use Super Poly. Doesn't matter. I want D-Bear off the field because I want to search a different card. I'm going to go ahead and search Regular Welcome. And then Duality into Lord. Let's go Lord. Yeah, Trap Trick can go into Equation Cannons already. I'm going to Lord. Yeah, so he's literally locked out of spells. So if he has King Sarks in his hand, yeah, he just scoops. Yeah. That's the problem with running Secret Village. It actually hurts yourself, right? Because let's look at their deck. Half their deck are spells, which means if he literally can't play any of these under Secret Village, right? Because his one and only spellcaster, Ecclesia, is dead. Actually, that's not true. Mseti's a spellcaster, but he can't get Mseti on the field without King Sark, so it doesn't matter. Yep. So he just cooked himself, basically. All right, duel number 21. Labrynth versus Tenpai. Anything spicy about this? 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, no Heavy Storm, no Red Reboot. Okay. He doesn't have a Tactics Thrust. Why would you not run Thrust? Like, Thrust is really good at searching your one-ups, right? If he had Thrust in his hand, he effectively could have. It's like having 3 more copies of Feather Duster or Raigeki or Lightning Storm, right? I really don't get players who don't run Thrust. It's such a good card, especially in decks that have a lot of one-offs like this. Yeah, he's actually playing. Tenpai with a little Cashier Engine and a random fucking Fallen of Albaz. I don't really understand what that's for, but okay, sure. Yeah, it's a Tenpai deck, so like Cashier Tenpai with a little branded engine. Very bizarre. Don't know what the point of that is. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and tip into fire. Banish a Ghost Ogre, sure, I guess. Not the best banish. Lightning Storm, there it is. Let's go ahead and... So in this case, I'm going to keep Destruction and use Flashing Fire because I believe that they are a Tenpai deck, right? It's just a gut feeling that I have. So I actually would rather use Destruction to hit the field spell, right? So Hugin's gonna come in, eat that. Oh, yep, there it is. I was right. So there's the field spell. I'm gonna wait for him to activate it, and I'm gonna go ahead and Karma Cannon. So these are unaffected by card effects while this is on the field. However, Karma Cannon will not flip these 2 face down, but will send them to the graveyard. But I need a monster on the field first, so I'm gonna go ahead and chain Lady. The Lady comes down. We'll flip face down. He already uses normal summon. And then, yeah, Lady's face down. Now he's going to use summoning the search. I'm going to chain Runic Destruction to pop that. And banish 4. Let's see what 4 I would banish. Magnamu Ash, Albaz Ash. Wow, we banished 2 of his ashes. That makes our life a lot easier, right? In terms of, I mean, again, Ash is not good against Labrynth. It just delays the inevitable, right? So, no ashes to worry about. Monster Reborn into this. I'm going to go ahead and big welcome. No Ash for you. Let's go ahead and pop this guy. Yep. So let's go ahead and reset Karma Cannon. Karma Cannon is cracked against Tenpai. It's very good. Karma Cannon is like poor man's D-Bear. If you don't have D-Bear, just Karma Cannon. It's just as good as at ending their turn. Okay. I'm gonna Karma Cannon here. Chain Lady. He's gonna synchro into this Dissipator. Doesn't matter. Welcome comes out, and then his turn's over. Cool. I love Karma Cannon. I love Karma Cannon. I love. So let's go into reset Karma Cannon because again it's cracked. Let's get this field spell up in here. Welcome is gonna pop. Welcome chain into D barrier. Yeah, this game is over. We're gonna go ahead and pop this guy. Pop this. Pop one of their face ups. Okay, one of their hands. So he's gonna get the Bestial here. We're actually gonna pop his his hand card. It is D shifter. Okay, don't care. And then we're gonna go ahead and bounce this guy because he's once per turn, and then swing for game. GG. Easy game, easy life. Nice try though, Tenpai scrub. Man, Tenpai is such a bad deck. The fact that it is oh, I just realized that this is he's using the Snake Eye a field, which it actually looks mad sick. I just realized like the animations of Flamberge. And finally, duel number 22, the final duel of this video. We have Labrynth versus Tenpai again. 2 Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, no Red Reboot, no Heavy Storm. Anything spicy? Dora. Okay, it's just more starters basically. 1 copy of the Synchro 10. That's all fine. All right, let us play. So we do go first here. Yeah, because they won the coin toss and they chose to go second. So let's use our Lord and Savior. Set 4. Okay, Genroku. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to put a lady on the field. They have Ash, that's fine. I'm gonna Ice Dragons to get. So you use a normal summon. So I just want to take these, get rid of these, right? So they can't be summoned from the graveyard, and his normal summon is over. So Kaiman, yep, is his only option left. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and summon Lord. So this is battle phase. Let's go ahead and Karma Cannon. Now his turn is over. Cool. This is not imperm. Trap Trick into regular Welcome. Welcome into Ariana. Ariana effect. Yeah, so because Ash was already used and he can't imperm or Veiler because this is end phase, I can safely Ariana into Lady, right? Normally I would Lady, but again, he already used Ash. He can't use imperm or Veiler, so this is safe. Alright, let's kill this guy. Yeah, this game was over. Like, after I swing with Ariana, I big welcome into Lovely, bounce Lord, Lovely pops a card in their hand probably. I have Torrent, and then Lovely resets Karma Cannon, or actually reset Trap Trick. No. Big welcome, Chain Lady. Lady will search D barrier, and then I reset Trap Trick or Karma Cannon from the graveyard using Lovely. Yeah. The game is Ogre. Yeah. Labrynth best deck, tier 0. Tenpai is a joke. Yeah, I easily got from grinded from rookie tier all the way to Master 5. Obviously the next video after this one will be my grind from Master 5 to Master 1. I may or may not post a deck list at the end of this video. I'll decide later. Or I'm gonna just tease y'all like I always do, and never post it or whatever. But yeah, hope you learned how to do math for equation cannons. It's the easiest math imaginable. You literally just do 2 subtractions. That's it. Like 2 small numbers subtracted from each other, and then you subtract the third number, and that's it. Like, it's so easy. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for being gone for the last 6 to 9 months or however long. Sometimes life happens. You just get bored of sick of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? The game has its obnoxious moments. It has its degeneracy, but when it begins to be fun again, when there's a resurgence of, oh, okay, this actually looks fun, this actually feels fun, then I suddenly make my glorious comeback, and then I'm here to provide you all with the entertainment and the Labrynth replays and deck profiles that y'all have been craving. So, all right, see you on the next video. Peace.